SportsBettingNetwork.com, code MONEY.
Awesome. Mike, quickly here, like 10 seconds. Where do you normally watch games this late into the season?
Oh, man. We're either, if the Raiders are in town, we're at Allegiant. Otherwise, we're over at our friend's house. He hosts, he has like a mini circa in a theater, and we have all our friends there, and we sweat it all together.
Oh, wow. That's intense.
As a matter of fact, the documentary came there, and they filmed us a day in the life of what we do watching the games.
Amazing. There you go.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. All kinds of beers and thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
AM 600.
Oh no, my phone.
Hear that? It's the sound of a skater dropping her phone and smashing it on the ice. Yep, it's definitely broken. But at Verizon, we got you. This holiday, trade in any phone, any condition from one of our top brands and get a new Samsung Galaxy S24 Plus on Unlimited Ultimate and Watch 7 and Tab S9 FE 5G. That's over $1,800 in value. So you'll save big on 3 great gifts. Only at Verizon. Service plan required for watch and tablet. Over $1,800 value based on phone, watch, and tablet. Trade in and additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
You spoke, we listened. Introducing the all-new VEASAN Watch app. Now, you can watch and listen to VEASAN expert analysis live wherever you are. Missed a show? No problem. Catch replays of VEASAN's full lineup at any time. View highlights sorted by sport. Or use the search feature to find specific teams and topics you're looking for. And the best part? It's free for a limited time. Download the VEASAN Watch app today. Available now on the App Store and Google Play. And join us on the Sports Betting Network.
The VEASAN Morning Line.
Wouldn't it be nice to be 7'4" and have the type of touch that Victor Wembanyama has?
Wouldn't it just be nice to be 20 years old again? But I also say this, it would be nice to be in the same physical shape that LeBron James is in, even though he is pushing 40.
I just want my knees not to crack when I have to pick something up.
The VEASAN Morning Line. Weekdays at 7 a.m. Eastern on VEASAN, the Sports Betting Network.
Responsible sports betting starts with a game plan. That means stick to a budget. Keep it social by playing with friends. Learn the game and know the odds. Play with trusted legal operators. And if you need help, reach out. If you're getting in on the action, visit haveagameplan.org to learn more.
Experience the time of your life at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Live it up with the world's largest sports book, Circa Sports. Get loose and get loud with all sports, all seasons at Stadium Swim. Take in the $1 million views at our rooftop lounge, Legacy Club. Go big and go all night with our luxurious rooms and suites. Book the time of your life today at circalasvegas.com.
This is VEASAN Primetime.
Cam Ward, after the loss to Georgia Tech, dropped to 8-1 to win the Heisman. It's a massive overreaction to a team that's going to still make the college football playoff. More than likely. There's value on Cam Ward.
Well, Tim, even in losses, he's still putting up gaudy numbers that are going to look great when you get to the final overall profile of looking at him in comparison with his peers to win this award.
Catch VEASAN Primetime weekdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on VEASAN, the Sports Betting Network.
Come on.
I want sales reports on my desk by Monday.
Whoops. My bad.
Love racing? RTN brings you every live simulcast on your home television, plus live video streaming and race replays on your PC and mobile devices. To order, visit rtn.tv. RTN, a breed apart.
This is Follow the Money on VEASAN.
Good conversation, previous segment. James Sullivan, Mike Buckmiller from SurvivorSweat.com. James created the site. Mike won the event here at Circa, the Survivor contest 2 years ago. So that was really, really fun. If you missed it, go back to the VEASAN Watch app. check out the replay a little bit later on today. That was phenomenal. Mike Somich now joins the program, VSiN host. How you doing, pal?
Doing good. Just got in town. Have gotten more texts about this fight than I have any football game this weekend, which is absolutely wild to me. They're using 14-ounce gloves, 2-minute rounds, like it's as exhibition as you can get. Yet there are a lot of big groups that I can tell you that are betting this fight tonight. So it's been interesting to get all those texts.
Lowest price you saw?
There was $190 at Superbook, and that was on Wednesday or Thursday on Paul. It's up to $250 everywhere I'm looking right now.
Yeah. Let me guess. That's the side that all the groups want?
All the groups want Paul. Everyone wants Paul and wants over 4.5 rounds. They think this is just going to be. They think this is going to be a fight where Paul essentially Tyson tires out after the first or second round, but Paul can't knock him out.
Okay. Are you going to bet it on your own?
I'm going to bet Paul. But based on the number of texts I've gotten, I'm going to see if I can shop after the show. So don't hammer it right now. Give me 15 minutes. I'm going to shop around, see what price I can find. But the best I've found so far is $250.
Can you believe someone put $1 million on this?
Yes. I mean, people are crazy, man. And this is, honestly, I'm not a big boxing guy. I'm a little intrigued to watch this. I wish that it was the regular weight limit on the gloves, not the 14 ounces. But outside of that, I think it's going to be an interesting watch. And the problem is it's not like officially sanctioned, right? So you don't know what shenanigans could go on. You know that Paul makes more money if he wins this fight than if he loses it. You have no idea what the mentality is from Tyson in this spot. So
that is structured that way?
What? No, Paul. Well, he'll keep fighting. If he beats Tyson, his next payday keeps escalating and escalating. If he loses to Tyson, he's got a lot more money on the line, right? Because Tyson's not going to fight 5 more times. Paul would love to keep taking on guys like this and cashing the checks.
Well, so we made our move to mornings, right? Was the McGregor
it was the Monday after the fight?
See, that I understand because.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Golf in the Mahoning Valley starts at Mill Creek Golf.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
And we welcome you high atop the Skybox, the Thomas Family Skybox, here on the campus of Louisville High School, home of the Leopards, as Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot are proud to bring you the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week. This week it is the Division 5 Region 17 semifinal as the 10-2 Poland Bulldogs, they make the trip over here to Louisville to take on the 11-1 Manchester Akron Panthers. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with the coach, Bob Gessler, as we get ready for this third week of the OHSAA playoffs. And Poland, coming off of a big win last week against Martins Ferry, they would, coach, actually start a little bit slow there in the first drive, as Martins Ferry at 10:27 of the first quarter would get into the end zone on a 28-yard touchdown run by the freshman Cox. And then Poland would answer at 7:29 of the first quarter as be Vito Camaro running 29 yards into the end zone to give Poland a 7-6 lead. Second quarter action, it would be Jay Stefanson adding a field goal at 8:24 of the second frame. And at 1:05, just before halftime, it will be David Zippolitis hitting Chase Jones in the end zone on a 15-yard touchdown pass. They would take the lead into the locker room. Second half, it would be Vito Camaro at 7:25 into the third quarter on a run of 4 yards into the end zone, followed up by a Martins Ferry touchdown at 1:43. They would get into the end zone on a 17-yard run, cutting the lead a little bit for Poland. And then fourth quarter action at 11:05. It will be Vito Kamara on another 14-yard run. That will give Poland the lead forever in that game. And then 3:40 of the fourth quarter, Jay Stefanski adding another 31-yard field goal. Poland would get out of there with a 34-14 win and move on to this week, Coach. And big change from last week. Of course, the competition steps up here in the semifinals. But last week we saw a lot of good play from Poland. But one of the things that they were able to do was work their way out of penalties, deep penalties, 15-yarders. But tonight may not have that opportunity against a much better Manchester Akron Panthers.
Yeah, and if you look at them on paper, they're most identical. We talked about that before when we first came up. I mean, it's scary to see what Manchester does and Poland does because they're almost mirroring to each other. So this is going to be a very interesting chess match kind of a game. So real Poland, again, we talk about it all year, is the mistakes. They got to whittle down them mistakes, especially 10-yard holding penalties. And they got 2 or 3 right in a row, and it took them out of good field position. They would run the ball after the penalty and get 11 yards. Then next play, penalty. And it was like it was back and forth constantly. So they really got to sharpen up their penalties and get it done better. That's all.
Good teams will work their way out of that. But as you get later into the playoffs here, Coach, it's going to get a little tougher here. These teams are getting a lot better. And again, we watched a little bit of film this week, and we looked at them and said, it's kind of familiar to us because we see it every week. Akron Manchester comes in at 11-1. They would go undefeated all the way to week 10. They would end up losing to Cuyahoga Valley on October 25th by a score of 17-6. But then into the playoffs, they would head over to Liberty down near us in Youngstown, get the 49-14 win over the Leopards. And the following week, they would knock off Berkshire by a score of 41-19. We're going to step aside for our first break. When we come back, we will have the Malutic Live Coaches Corner interview with Coach Tom Pavlansky. We'll hear what he had to say about last week and what he expects this week coming up in the third round of the playoffs. You are listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One Network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network. Pregame show continues, joined by the head coach of the Poland Bulldogs. Coach, you come off a 34-14 victory over Martins Ferry last week, and your defense, another excellent job against a high-powered offense.
Yeah, really proud of our kids, proud of our coaches. Again, we had, they put. They came out on fire and scored like 3 plays against us, and our guys settled in after that. So again, really proud of the way they battled.
When you look at their offense, what was it about this defense that's been able to face so many excellent defenses this year and come out on top more often than not?
Our guys just keep on playing. They take it one play at a time. They get the call, and they know, again, it starts with a stance, being in a great stance, knowing their assignment, and make sure they're aligned correctly, and then a willingness to get to the football and get to the football together, and then do it again. And they've really been a great example of that, just taking it one play at a time.
Your offense has put up its fair share of big numbers this year, but it seems like you really have the ability to do a lot of things defensively, whether it's attack the football and attack downfield, throwing the football. You've got 2 great running quarterbacks, and if you need to, you can really just run the football and grind the clock out.
Yeah, we are. I think we're balanced. We definitely have playmakers on, whether it's on the ground or in the air, and we're trying to do our best to take advantage of that. Again, at the end of the day, though, we're trying to win the game. We want to win the game, and everything we do is geared towards that. And so, if we need to, keep it on the ground, we're going to do our best to keep it on the ground. And if we need to score quick through the air, I think we have some weapons that give us an opportunity to do that. But the bottom line is, again, we just want to make sure we protect the football, avoid the negative plays, and if we do that, then we think offensively we're going to put some pressure on the defense.
Coach, it could come down to special teams now that you're so far deep into the playoffs. So how confident are you in that third unit being able to come through if you need them?
I think it's our best unit. I'm really confident. Jay Stefanson, I think is the best combination of a kicker and a punter, as well as a DB and receiver that anybody has here in the area. Jason's done a fantastic job, whether it's down a punt inside the 10, kicking the ball at the end zone in the kickoff. He's been solid. Again, we've asked him to kick a field goal, and we got a senior-led group on the special teams who have bought in, knowing that hey, it's a third of the game, and it's a really important part of the game. And I think our guys understand just how important it is from our season and the plays that determine whether a winner or a loss for us this year.
Coach, you move on today into round 3 against Akron Manchester. The Panthers bring a lot of challenges to the field for tonight's game.
Yeah, they are. Your typical Week 13 opponent. Regional semifinal game. They do it all really well. They're strong in the special teams. Defensively, they're physical. They're active. They're quick. They're moving around from all the areas, all the spots on the field that you really got to do your best to account for. And then offensively, they're balanced. They got a strong quarterback who's a dual threat. They got multiple playmakers in the backfield that at the end that we've seen, again, multiple guys carry the ball and have big plays. And and they say when they need to throw it, they've been successful. There's a reason why they got 11 wins. And so, we got to play a great game to give ourselves a chance.
You got a senior-laden team, but it's the first time in a while you've had to go on the road, even though it is a neutral site. If you thought about, this is the first time in a while you're going to have a balanced crowd.
No, not really. We had a long trip Week 3. Going to Lakeview wasn't a short trip either. And, going down to Louisville, we played there 2 years ago, so we're familiar with the environment, and we're familiar with the trip, so we're not. It's not a big concern.
Finally, Coach, keys to a win to move on to the regional final next Friday.
Yeah, again, we got to take care of the football, avoid negative plays, execute all our kicks. Got to tackle really, really well, and if we do those things, and again, hopefully we got a game going on in the fourth quarter with a chance to win, and that's our goal.
Coach, as always, your time is appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it.
The Mahoning Valley Federals is the area's minor league football team. After only 2 years in existence and an appearance in the league playoff semifinal game, the Federals are looking to add Valley High School and college talent to help take the next step toward a league championship. For more information on how to become part of the Federals' journey, go to Facebook at the Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football Team or contact General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley.
Meludic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Meludic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway club fitting center, and an Odyssey fitting studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192. We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Pre-game show continues here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. Jim Craven with you along with Coach Bob Gessler. Mac Raven back in the Gessler Propane Studio. Keeping an eye on us as we get ready for this Division 5 Region 17 semifinal. Poland Bulldogs 10-2 make their way to Louisville to take on the Akron Manchester Panthers at 11-1. And Coach, we always talk about the same names every week. Of course, up front, we're looking at guys like Tyler Canfield offensively for Poland, Oliver McCauley at that defensive end spot for Poland. But the combination of quarterbacks, it's been Vito Camaro and David Zipolitis. Zipolitis, a freshman, has stepped in this year, and where we thought there were going to just be packages for him, he's really had a significant amount of time and done an outstanding job.
Yeah, it's just a good 1-2 punch, and you never know with him. He goes back. He could throw the ball just as well as he could run. So he steps back, and we've watched him where he sees something that ain't there, and if that hole opens up in the middle, he is gone. And we've seen him do some long runs that they just can't lasso that young man.
Yeah, and one of the things that I think that I'm entertained by is Coach Pavlansky not only has alternated the quarterbacks, but at the same time, use Vito Camaro in a slot, at a wide receiver, even at a tailback position at some point.
Absolutely.
So it's almost like you're playing this chess game here where you're moving the pieces around and you got to guess where the ball's going to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I think offensively they can move the ball. I don't think there's a team that has really stopped them. Again, we talk about penalties. If they can whittle them penalties down to nothing, I'll tell you what, they can really cause some noise in this game. Defensively is the other thing. I mean, their defense is – McCauley's he's all over the field. Great kid, too.
Yeah, great play last week. Again, you got Ricky Madeline. Got to mention him as well. Yanni Hasmihalos, who had some breakups there last week. Maybe had an opportunity for a few plays. And, of course, Josh Maseko. But take a look at the Manchester Panthers here, Coach. We look offensively. And, of course, the one we're going to be watching here is going to be Phil Parton, the running back for the Panthers. He has already accumulated over 1,800 yards so far this season. And it's interesting to look at the yards after contact, 491 yards after contact. That tells me they're going to have to get to the ball and they're going to have to hold on to him.
Well, and I watched him run in pregame, and you're not going to take this gentleman down up high. You have got to get into his waist and wrap them wheels up. It's the only way to beat somebody like that. If you're trying to go over top, it looks like he's a good, strong running back. So you've got to just attack him low.
Yeah, he'll be behind that offensive line for the Panthers, and Matthew Palich, Blaze Johnson, Nick Steiger, Joe Beckett, and Tyler Sherman. You'll see Gavin Gettelsberger in there as well. And, of course, it looks like they favor the right side there, 1,200 yards off the right side, 600 off the left. So, obviously, a power game to the right side there. But for Poland on the backside, you're not going to be able to be undisciplined. Boot counter reverse are what they're going to have to watch for.
Yeah, but again, I think Poland's defense is fairly balanced out on the edges and everything. It's just they have got to attack and get these guys in the backfield. Also, I noticed the size difference. We've been playing guys that are, 6'6", 6'7", and they're 300-some pounds plus. We don't see any of that at this team. So hopefully they're going to be able to fight through that a little bit quicker, get some depth, and have the running backs come to them.
Yeah, and certainly it's been a good job by that offensive line here with a few plays here and there, but based on the totality of the circumstance for the season, the offensive line has done well. They've gotten better week after week. And again, we talk about guys like Tyler Canfield who come in there and really lead that offensive line. And we talked about what the coaches told us in the beginning of the year. They didn't know what they had. They didn't know how it was going to develop. And certainly during the year, they've gotten better. They've cleaned up a lot of those mistakes, but it's been the holding penalties that has really gotten them.
Yeah, they've really got to watch them holding penalties. And as we teach our guys, I mean, it's just inside, hands up. You can't get them outside on the shoulder pad because as soon as they go to get around you, if you don't release that, they're going to get you every time. So it's easy, as we have talked to our my offensive line. You keep them elbows bent, and you grab a hold of that breastplate, and you just kind of hold on to it nice and close, like you're dancing with them, and then they can't see you.
So hide the holding is what you're saying.
What
okay.
A good offensive line coach is going to tell you that every time.
Defensively for the Panthers, got to take a look at Jace Mauger, the 5'11", 190-pound senior coach. 94 tackles on the season. Throw in there also 16 tackles for loss, but he's not the only one as well. Gendelsberger and Galloway, as well as Baker for the Panthers, multiple tackles for loss, 17, 9, 18. They spend a lot of time in the opponent's backfield.
Well, that's why you got to hit them. If that's the case, you try to turn them. You hit them with quarterback draw or the running back draw, or you've got to you've got to be able to dump behind them linebackers with quick slants or something like that. Keep them honest, because if you don't do that, they're just going to keep chipping away and they're going to come at you. So you got to keep them behind their defensive line and not have them coming up.
Just under 5 minutes here before kickoff here at Louisville High School. The Division 5 17 semifinal. Poland Bulldogs and the Manchester Panthers. We're going to step aside for our last break. We come back. We'll have the kickoff here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. You are listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week, and we'll get it all started on the other side of this break.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One Network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Would you like a copy of one of the exciting games you heard on the iMedia One Network? Just email us and we'll tell you how to get one. Email davidferris.westernreserveradio@gmail.com. That's davidferris.westernreserveradio@gmail.com.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Columbiana County, this is your News Talk leader. WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
Pre-game show continues here at Louisville High School, home of the Leopards, as we get ready for this Division 5 Region 17 semifinal. The Manchester Panthers and the Poland Bulldogs As we take a look at the weather here, Coach, it's rained for the most of the part of the day here. Not hard, but nonetheless, 45 degrees here. Looking at maybe some rain during the game here, but taking a look at the flags on the poles and the goalposts, they are not moving right now, so no wind, but that might pick up a little bit later as we get into the game. And Coach Pavlansky talked about special teams for Jay Stefanson. That's something he'll want to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. We've talked about it all year, about him kicking it through the end zone. And, boy, let me tell you what, if you could keep doing that and keeping them pinned deep and making them drive the field, that's where you want to be, because if you can't, you kick it short and they got a good running game, then, you could be in trouble. So we shall see.
Akron Manchester lined up. They're going to return the ball here. Coach, there was a coin toss, and what were the results of that?
Well, Poland won the toss, and he deferred to the second half. They seem to do that quite a bit this year.
And it has done them well here, as they usually with the ball in the third quarter have put up some points. That'll bring us to the conclusion of the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week pregame show here. I want to thank Austin Maludik for sponsoring the Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner, of course, brought to you by Maludik Live all year long. Your home for high school sports. Follow them on social media, Maludik_live. And, of course, all kickoffs and field goals will be brought to you by Repair That Glass. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. The Manchester Panthers in there all black today with the white numbers, with the red detail, the black helmets with the red graphics. And for Poland, they are in their away whites. White jersey with the blue numbers and the white pants, the blue helmets with the traditional Poland P on there, as well as the 80 for the celebration of the 80th year of the program here as Jay Stefanson gets ready to tee this one up. Stefanson, good for a touchback here. He has been a weapon here, Coach. And tonight, when you look at two teams so even, you might have to look to a guy like that for a field goal, and those extra points will become all that more important.
Yeah, we know he's got range there, and, he could be left or right, and he's done a magnificent job. And that seems to be no matter who we're announcing for. We always seem to have some good kickers in these high school games.
Yeah, luxury to have as we get ready for the kickoff. Just about 10 seconds left here. We're going to get the whistle anyway, as Akron Manchester lining up right around their own 5-yard line for the return. Stefanson with the ball on the tee. Poland lined up for the kickoff. As people continue to file in, and Stefanson going to put this one out to the 5-yard line, going to be dropped at the 4, picked up again, and brought out to the 10, 15, 20, and he'll drive his way down to the 24-yard line. That's where Akron Manchester will take over 1st and 10 for their first possession of the game. We apologize. They were cut off at the bottom there. It was number 37 for Akron Manchester there, but it's cut off at the bottom of our roster. So, nonetheless, a decent return here out to the 24-yard line, but Stefanson with those touchbacks. Oh, it'll be Kuzmets. Okay, on the return, so we do apologize for that. Akron Manchester now 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. They'll go one single receiver to the far side. Tight end to the left. Shotgun formation with running back to each side. They'll hand this off, and I'm actually going to pull it by the quarterback out to the 27-yard line. Pickup of about 3 yards, and we got a flag already in the game. And after about a 3 or 4 yard pickup,
this will be interesting.
Let's see if we can pick up our official.
There's no foul for roughing the passer. No foul.
Okay, so they threw a flag for roughing the passer on a run play.
A run play.
All right, we're getting started well here with 11:45 here. So it'll be.
That's all right. Just want to keep them honest, I guess. That's
everybody
right.
with the jitters now here. So 2nd and 6. We have pickup of 4. As Isaiah Keel will head to the sideline for the Panthers. Blaze Donatelli, single receiver to the far side. They'll go under center. I formation for the Panthers, 2 tight ends. 2nd and 6. They'll hand off to the right side. Nowhere to go. And I believe that's going to be Vinny Tafaro leading the charge on that. It's going to be a loss on the play. Actually, they're going to say only about a yard maybe, but that'll bring up 3rd down nonetheless for the Panthers.
Yeah, Vinny's been double teamed ever since he had that great game. I don't know, game 4 or 5, and they've been double teaming him, and so apparently they decided, well, He hasn't really done nothing. He's been quiet. Now you single block him, and he's going to make some noise. There's no doubt.
Jake Livingston bringing the play in from the sideline, a 5'10", 190-pound junior. He'll go to the shotgun now. One running back to his right, twin receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. 3rd and 7. Rolling out to the near side, looking downfield, fires, and it's going to be almost picked off by Vito Kamara. Yaden Sharp was looking for Malachi Cintron, the 6'3", 185-pound junior. That is a tall target, Coach.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, that was not a good throw because he was running towards the sidelines trying to throw that, and that just does not work. We tell you how you have to square attack the line of scrimmage. You keep drifting, you won't get a good push out of that ball, and that's what happened.
So 4th down now is Akron-Manchester. They'll go into an offensive formation, 2 receivers to the far side, but we'll see if Sharp will punt this one away. He'll step back for the pooch kick. He'll get this one away. Vito Kamara back to return. That ball head towards the sideline near the 30-yard line. We'll see where they're going to mark it officially. And I believe it's going to be the Poland 31-yard line. That's where the Bulldogs will take it for the first time tonight. 10:25 left here, first quarter. No score, Coach, and a 3-and-out for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a good job by Poland. So they did, they did what they needed to do. Now, offensively, they got to get it done. They've got to attack and see what they got. I'm assuming they're going to attack on the inside and test the waters there, and then we'll see them open up the offense.
So 1st and 10 at the Poland 31-yard line. McCauley will be the wing to the right. Kolar will be the tight end to the right. I formation. Under center, handoff. Nowhere to go. Hit at the line. Going to drive his legs, though, and pick up maybe 2 or 3 yards on the play. So an initial stalemate at the original line of scrimmage. They'll push forward and pick up 2 or 3 yards on the play. 2nd down now for Poland.
Yeah, that was a good job. Good push. So we'll take 3 yards on that. So we'll take 2nd and 7. That was a good job. He kept his feet running, and some of the big piggies up front were able to push that pile.
Looked more like a rugby scrum there as well.
Yeah.
2nd and 7 now for Poland at their own 34-yard line. 9:52 left here, first quarter. Bunch formation to the right, in tight. And quarterback keeper by Zipolitis. He'll try to get forward, but he'll be brought down. Maybe near the line of scrimmage. Could be a loss on the play. Jace Mauger on the tackle. The 5'11", 190-pound senior that we talked about in pregame.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a good job by the defense, and I'm sure that's what they were told. He's going to pull it, so you got to have a spy out there. If you don't, he's going to run all over you.
So we talked about the similarity of these two teams, and now Poland in the same position. It'll be 3rd and 7 here with 9:14 left first quarter. As Verone will be the receiver to the far side. They'll go trip receivers to the near side. Poland moving left to right on your devices. Kamara back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket. Has some room to run. He'll spin. And he'll be just short of the first down. Maybe got out. And he'll actually say down to the 38. Looked like he got a little bit more than that. But it's going to be 4th and about maybe. I don't know about that spot, Coach. But yeah, we'll call it 4th and 3.
Yeah, that looks like more like 4th and 1. But that's okay. Here comes the punt.
So Jay Stefanson to come in for the punt. It'll be Jake Livingston to return for Manchester. He'll post up right around his own 35-yard line. Stefanson with his feet planted at the 26. Good snap back to Stefanson. He'll get this one away after a long step. And Livingston going to field this one at the 36. He's going to get hit and brought down at the 38-yard line. Ball came loose, but it's going to be recovered by Manchester. And that's going to be J.J. Fund on the tackle for the Poland Bulldogs.
Yeah, it looked like Madeline had a little bit of piece of that, too. So that was a good job by both of them. We're going down there and covering that football.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise anybody when Ricky Madeline's in there. He's in on a lot of plays.
Absolutely.
I don't think he has any regard for his body. So you got to love a linebacker like that. As Mauger now will come in from the sideline. So Manchester, interestingly, their 2 receivers always line up before the huddle is broken. They remain out here as they'll now go 2 tight ends. Hand off the right side, going to be tripped up and knocked down at the 45-yard line. Zipolitis initially tripped him up, and then it would be Angelo Angelilli cleaning up on that. It'll be 2nd and 2 now for the Panthers.
Yeah, Monger was on that, made that run. I tell you, he's a big kid. You can see when he runs the ball, he's leaning forward.
Yeah, 5'11", 190. As Malachi Cintron will bring in the play from the sideline. Donatelli be the single receiver to the far side. Sharp in the shotgun, one running back to each side. It'll be a handoff off the right side out to the 50. And it'll be a first down for Ackerman. The ball's loose, and Poland says they have it. Did they get it before it went out of bounds? The officials are talking, and indeed they did. Poland gets the turnover. 8:01 left here, first quarter. Bulldogs with their second possession of the night, and we're +1 in the takeaway.
Yeah, Manchester is real hesitant in the first two series, and Poland's going after them. Good job by the defense stripping that ball out of there and getting on it, because that thing popped and rolled at least a good 4 to 5 yards.
Phil Parton, the runner for the Panthers, 5'9", 165-pound sophomore. We talked about the 100 yards he's picked up. As Poland now back to a single receiver to each side. Shotgun formation, running back to the left end, right hip. Handoff off the right side, nowhere to go. As Chase Jones will be brought down, it'll be Mager again, and the loss of a couple of yards on that play. It'll be 2nd and 11 now for Poland.
That young man, a lot of tackles, so they got to get to him. If he's blitzing, we got to be able to pick him up.
Prior to this game, 94 solo tackles and 18 tackles for loss. We've talked about those 3 or 4 that spend a lot of time in the backfield, and that's the case right there as Poland now will work from behind the line to gain. 7:32 left here, first quarter. No score. Single receiver to each side now. Kamara in a shotgun, one running back to each side. Wing to the right. Kamara back to pass, looking for the screen, and he's going to have Angelilli on it. Out past the 35, or a 45, past the 50, and down to the 49-yard line. Actually, they're going to say he tripped up and was at the 49 on the Poland side of the field, Coach. And again, maybe I'm not seeing this right, but now 3rd and 5 now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of, Jim, is he was close to the sidelines. Maybe he stepped out, but again, we don't want to speculate because we're all the way on this side of the field and up high, but apparently he stepped out. So we got 3rd and 5.
6:48 left here, first quarter. Twin receivers on the far side now. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Maseko. They'll send a man in motion. Back to pass. Is Kamara, and he's going to overthrow Oliver McCulley. Going to go off his hands. McCulley tried to go up for it, but it'll fall harmlessly to the turf. That'll bring up 4th down, and Stefanson will come in to try to pin the Panthers back.
Yeah, it was a good throw, and he climbed the ladder, but McCulley couldn't get there. So it was a great job good effort by his part, but just a little bit too much.
Livingston back to return for Manchester. He'll line up right around his own 21-yard line. Or excuse me, around his own 25-yard line. Trying to get a little advice from the official, maybe.
Well, we needed an extra guy out there.
They'll bring in Canfield as the blocker for Stefanson. And we're going to have some movement up front. Who are they going to call this on as the head linesman? The line judge will come to center field and try to make sure they're on the same page.
That should be against the defense. That should be a first down. You have all the opportunity.
So the hard count by Vito Kamara.
Oh, and
they're going to say a false start against Poland.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, Coach, that's.
Wow.
Nonetheless, Poland will still punt this one away. They'll just do it from 5 yards further back. With 6:35 left here, first quarter. I want to remind you, over at Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240, Mark Means and Dave Clark have the other half of this Division 5 Region 17 game. As the South Range Raiders look to advance again this year. Snap is back. Stefanson will get this one away. It'll be a high punt. As Livingston will field this one at the 27. He'll take it out to the far side and be knocked out by Angelilli with a little bit of help from Peyton Miller. And Manchester now 1st and 10, 6:26 left here, first quarter. No score.
And I've been noticing it's just back and forth, but they're gaining a little ground, Manchester, so they're getting closer and closer to Poland territory on every punt.
So they'll work the ball officially at the Manchester 35-yard line. Centron will bring in the play from the sideline. Donatelli, the receiver, to the far side. It'll be Livingston and Centron to the near side. They'll hand this one off to the left side, and it'll be Vinny Tafaro with the tackle, bringing Parton down after about a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 now for Manchester.
Yeah, he stuck that big paw out and caught him in mid-stride and just rolled him over. So that's a good job, too. And this is what we need. Tafaro needed to step up in this game, and so far, so good.
Now, we look statistically at the Manchester Panthers. They like running off the right side especially. About half the yardage to that left side as they'll go back to the I formation, Sharp under center. He'll hand it off. Actually, he'll pull the ball again and be hit right at the line of scrimmage. Actually going to say he gained a yard. 3rd and 8 now for Manchester, and great play by the Bulldogs up in that front four.
Yeah, they were very disciplined because whoever hit him first just buried the running back, and then the linebacker saw it, and they came up and hit the quarterback. So that was great defensive job. But you could see it very disciplined for Poland up front.
Eden Mead will go to the sideline for Manchester. Citron and Livingston, the twin receivers to the near side, shotgun formation. Sharp with one running back to his right, a wing to the right. Back to pass, fires over the middle, and it's going to be dropped at the 45-yard line. Jace Mauger, the intended receiver, and he had nothing but green in front of him on that pass over the middle. And I believe he's going to be seeing that one in his sleep tonight.
Oh, you ain't a kidding. I'll tell you what. And what he did was he brought it down from way up high and then rolled it, tried to bring it down, and it just popped out of his hand. So.
Oh, Sharp back in the shotgun again. Kamara back at his 25-yard line. Oh. And going to have a flag as it's going to be a false start against Manchester. That'll put him back 5 more yards at the 32-yard line.
I kind of noticed that. I kind of watched the lineman. I don't know why I do that, but I do.
I know. Yeah, I know.
You linemen can't get away with murder with me, brother.
Yeah, I know. Had a few false snaps that maybe were caught.
Yeah, a little chat, that's all.
So nonetheless, the 4th and 13. Now for Manchester. High snap, he'll bring it down and get rid of it. And Kamara will field this one to the 33. He'll make one cut to the inside. He's got some room. He'll head towards midfield. Out to the 40, looking for a block from Zipolidis. Cuts to the inside. He'll be brought down at the 23-yard line. Another great return by Vito Camaro, and so many times this year, Coach, he's given them great field position on the punt return.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, though. He tried. He's got to try to slow down, but then there was a defender right there to bring him down. That was a great – and if you watch the run coming downfield, the patience that he had, stopped, slowed down, so they whiffed on him, and his guys were able to get in front of him and block for him. That was a great return.
Yeah, Pano Zipolidis giving him a little bit of a lane here. As it'll be 1st and 10 now. Ball officially at the 23-yard line. I formation. Kamara under center. Chase Jones will be the tailback. He'll hand it off up the middle. Nowhere to go there. Excuse me, that'll be David Zipolidis at quarterback under center. So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 now for Poland.
Yeah, I would like to see him do a little bit of play action right now, Jim. See if they could get us hard slant. Just something safe. Because they're really coming. Them backers are coming like trains right now.
So Zipolidis bringing the play in from the sideline. 2nd and 10 at the Manchester 23-yard line. Twin receivers to the far side. They'll go wing left. One running back to the left of Zipolidis. That'll be Chase Jones. McCulley now will move from the right side to the left side. They'll be loaded on that left side, the short side of the field. Zipolidis will take the ball himself, try to find the lane, and he's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. The whistle will blow. And Merrick Baker stepping in there, 6'1", 175-pound junior on the tackle.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they are stout on their running game. I really think Poland's going to have to open it up and back them linebackers up. As I said, they're just coming at every chance they get. So they need to line something up and try to get something quick.
3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Manchester 23-yard line. Twin receivers to the far side. McCulley will be the wing to the left. Ricky Madeline to the right of Kamara. Chase Jones to his left. Send a man in motion. Kamara taking it to the backside, and he'll be brought down in the backfield. A loss of a couple yards. It'll bring up 4th down for Poland at the 27-yard line. And decision time now for Coach Pavlansky, as from here, this will be maybe about a 44-yard field goal for Jay Stefanson.
This will be real interesting on what they're doing. I think he's leaving the offense in.
We're looking at the flag on the pole here, starting to blow a little bit, going from right to left on the field, but the flag's on the goalpost not moving. So 4th and 13, ball at the Manchester 26-yard line. Single receiver to each side. Zipolidis will be a wing to the left. McCulley will be the tight end to the left. Kamara back to pass, looking for Josh Maseko in the end zone, goes up for it, incomplete. tried to go up and over Cam Shonley. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. Manchester will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, he needed to air that out to the flag. He aired it out on the wrong side, so he had to climb the pole over top of the defender. If he throws it outside, he catches that ball.
So pass was intended for Josh Maseko. I said, Jay, again, we got that out of the way, Coach.
Yeah, we got that.
We got it out of the way. We'll send you the bill, Jay. No problem.
What number is he?
Well, he's going to be number 1 on the jersey and on our billing cycle.
Yeah.
So Poland now with the turnover on downs. Manchester have the ball on their own 26-yard line. Shotgun formation. They'll have an offset fullback to the left. Handoff straight up the middle. And it'll be dragged down after about a 6-yard gain. They'll say 5, actually. 2nd and 5 now for the Panthers.
Yeah, it was a good run on first down, and they're moving the ball. Defense has got to step up.
So over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. South Range takes a 14-0 lead, so the Raiders out to a strong lead already over the Garraway Pirates. Quick pass out to the near side, caught at the 30, 35, brought down near the 38-yard line, and it should be enough for a Panther first down. Catch and run by Dominic Allen, the 6', 200-pound junior.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's an easy pitch and catch because the safety's coming over, but he's not moving up at all. And when you have short yardage like that, you got to move up and cut that distance down. So on the pitch and a catch, he's able to get 2, 3, 4 yards on that.
Trevor Kuzmits bringing the play in from the sideline. Single receiver to the near side. Well, it'll be twins. As Jake Livingston will be the single receiver to the far side. Hand off to Mager. Mager through the offensive line. Flag on the play. Brought down by Madeline at the 45. But the flag at the 31. As the officials will come together to make sure they get this right. And I believe they're going to have, look like a hold on the outside. I seen somebody that, my bad, Jake Livingston. Kind of looks like he admitted to it.
Oh, legal shift.
Okay, so it was not a holding, but an illegal shift by Manchester.
Okay, 5 yards from the previous spot.
So that'll knock him back 5. First and 15 now for Manchester. Ball at the 33-yard line. Twin receivers to the far side. Handoff up the middle and out to the 40, 45. And it's going to be a race. And Peyton Miller with the angle. He can't make the tackle. And it's going to be into the end zone for Manchester. 67 yards on the run. And Manchester takes a 6-0 lead. Jace Mager on the run for Manchester. Gives them the 6-0 lead with 57 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was a very good run, but our tackling was poor, and he just stopped and turned and ducked and was able to get into the end zone.
So Mager, who dropped the touchdown earlier, atones for that. As Manchester will have the ball. Back kick is up through the uprights, and it is good. 57 seconds left here, first quarter. Manchester takes a 7-0 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600, The Patriot.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each, and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition. We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
57 seconds left here, first quarter. Manchester takes a 7-0 lead on a 67-yard run. And Poland will return this one with the hopes of answering that and started off the way it did last week, Coach, playing from behind, which they did very rarely.
Yeah, they really don't. It's they've got to pick it up, though. Their offense, they've got to open it up a little bit because right now they haven't been able to run.
This is going to be a short kick up to the middle man, brought out to the 30. And it'll be Angelilli with the ball down to the 45-yard line. That's where Poland will take over 1st and 10 in Bulldog territory. Second quarter action. Ursuline and Aurora, no score on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. So Poland 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. 52 seconds left here, first quarter, here in this Division 5 Region 17 semifinal. Single receiver to each side. Maseko will be the receiver to the near side. Wing to the right. We'll get a whistle here. As I believe, well, we're going to have a flag now. I don't know, Coach. There was a whistle prior to the flag. Then there was the flag.
You got 12 men.
So, okay. Okay, so Poland took the timeout to prevent the penalty. So, great football IQ by the Poland sideline.
Yeah, but Coach Pavlansky was a little bit not real pleased on that because he had to smoke a timeout, which I don't blame him. That's just you can't make mistakes like that.
Yeah, I know. You kind of at this point you look around and it always confused me when you got on the field and somebody's in your position.
Yeah, get out.
It's time to go. So, nonetheless, Manchester with a 7-0 lead, 52 seconds left here in this first quarter. Over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. South Range with a 14-0 lead over the Garaway Pirates. Walsh Jesuit with a 14-7 lead over Austintown Fitch. And Dalton with a 6-0 lead over Springfield. Orange JFK also with a 7-0 lead over Cuyahoga Heights. Poland out of the timeout now. They'll go into the shotgun. One running back to the right. That'll be Zipolitis. Wing to the right. Single receiver to each side. Moving left to right on your device. McCulley. Don't move.
No, that should have not been. No, that's not the right call.
McCulley was going to go from right to left in motion, but he stopped.
That's a bad call.
Coach, I got to agree with you in that. If he was in motion and stopped there.
Yeah, it's perfectly legal what he did. That's a horrible call.
So that'll put him back 5 yards.
If he would have turned to go forward, that would have been the call.
So same formation here. Hand off to Zipolitis. He'll fight his way forward out near the 43-yard line. Pickup of 8 yards. It'll get him back inside the line to gain there, but it'll be second down now. A little bit more manageable for the Bulldogs. But, yeah, Coach, I got to agree with you. If he could have stopped anywhere along that line.
Yeah, exactly.
As Zipolitis now. Pano Zipolitis, excuse me. There's 2 of them tonight, so he'll head to the sideline. Kamara with the pulled ball on the ground. Chase Jones is going to cover this one up. An attempted read option on a jet motion. We're on the same page, and the ball now back at the 36-yard line. So 2nd and 14 now for the Poland Bulldogs on what's become just kind of a series of errors. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Louisville. We'll head to the second quarter with the Manchester Panthers 7, the Poland Bulldogs 0. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each, and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Kamara in the shotgun, man in motion, and we're going to have some more movement by the Bulldogs. Another false start that's going to knock them back 5 more, back to the 32. They're going to have to get to the midfield stripe for a first down, and some confusion on the motion all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand that. That's coming off a timeout, obviously on a quarter change, which is a timeout. They got to regroup here real quick, or this can get out of hand.
So 3rd and 19 for Poland as we look for the first snap of the second quarter. I formation, Kamara under center. He'll roll out to the far side, keep it himself, look to get upfield to gain some yardage, and he'll get out to the 39-yard line where he'll go down just shy of the original line of scrimmage. 11:48 left here, second quarter.
Yeah, now we got to, Stefansen's got to get a good punt here and pin them deep. We got to get some good coverage here, and we've got to tighten up that defense.
Over on Western Reserve Radio 2, the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. End of 1. South Range takes a 14-0 lead into the second quarter. Stefansen back to punt. This one will be a high one, and it'll take a roll from the 30. Inside the 25 and inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. Stefansen able to flip sides of the field to actually give him the 16-yard line. And that's where Manchester will take over 1st and 10. With 11:15 left here, first quarter. Panthers with a 7-0 lead.
Now we have to stay disciplined. Stay in our lanes. Don't open anything up. But we have to wrap up. We've got to do a better job hitting these guys and taking them down. Arm tackling are not going to get these backs down. They're too big and strong.
Jake Livingston to bring the play in from the sideline. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Malachi Cintron. Jake Livingston will join him as the twin receiver. Single receiver to the far side. I formation. They'll hand it off the right side with some room to run. And he'll get out to the 23-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, maybe 6. It'll be second down now for Manchester.
Yeah, if you can get 5 and 6 yards of carry on first down, that's setting you up pretty good. So the defense up front has got to dig in, and they have got to get off their blocks and not get turned.
Barger averaging about 7 yards a run as they'll go back to the same formation. I'm running back to each side now, as it'll be Parton to the left. Pump fake, looking downfield as a receiver wide open. He's going to overthrow him, looking for Cintron. And Yaden Sharp knows he had that one wide open. And it looks like he had Stefansen beat on the one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, we have got to do a better job on that. But I believe the safety has got to get over top on that. And he should have been over there to help him, because with twins on this side, he should have been able to get there.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Discount Power Sports is your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Visit Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 330-717-4441. Timeout taken here with 10:39 left here, second quarter. As we take a look at some of the scores from around the Valley, we'll try to update you as the number of teams coaching the Valley start to dwindle down here now, as Warren JFK takes a 13-7 lead over Cuyahoga Heights. Over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 with Mark Means and Dave Clark, the South Range Raiders with a 14-0 lead over the Garaway Pirates. Dalton still leading Springfield by a score of 6-0 on the PA side. Hickory Trail Sharon by a score of 3-0, and Walsh Jesuit with a 14-7 lead over Austin Town Fitch. Walsh, the only loss for Ursuline this year in week 1. So a couple of interesting potential matchups coming here in week 4 of the playoffs.
Yeah, that will be. Back in the day, Welsh Jesuit had to beat them to do what we had to do for Cheney, and did a magnificent job of that.
Over on Western Reserve Radio 2, excuse me, on West, not 2. The Youngstown Phantoms are back at home down at the Cavelli Center. Matt Lipsack bringing you all the action along with Dave Ferris. Some movement back there. No call. There's quick pass to the far side. It'll be caught in the backfield. Kamara going to make the tackle in the backfield. Gavin Gittelsberger with the reception, but nowhere to go. That's going to bring up 4th and 7 now for Manchester.
I guess he got back to the line of scrimmage. It looked like he lost yards on that.
So Yaden Sharp will be in a shotgun. And it looked like we had some motion up front. It looked like somebody got a little bit of a head start. The ball's kicked short, and it's going to roll out of bounds at the Manchester 45-yard line, Coach. But it looked like to me that Jake Livingston got a head start on that. No call.
Yeah, this has been a little rough on the stripes. There's a lot of movement, and then we get motion, and should never have been called. He never turned. He stopped, but they threw the flag anyway. There should have been no penalty on that. So they got to tighten it. The officials need to tighten up some of their calls. Jeez.
Them and Poland got to get rid of these mistakes.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs with the ball at the Manchester 45-yard line. 9:59 left here, second quarter. Manchester with a 7-0 lead. I formation now with Zipolitis at the fullback position. His brother David under center. Chase Jones the tailback. Back to pass, rolling out to the far side. Play action. Zipolitis going to pass it there. It's going to be caught inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line, and that's going to be a first down, picked up by J.J. Fonda, a 5'11", 155-pound junior, and Poland with their best field position of the night so far.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it was a great job. When he rolled out, I didn't get the running back. I don't know if that was Chase, but I'll tell you what, he sealed that edge, and he had it.
T formation now, 3 running backs in the backfield. Kamara back under center. He'll check with the sideline. 9:34 left here, second quarter. He'll go back under center. He'll give it to Angelo Angelilli off the right side. He'll fight his way inside the 30, down near the 28-yard line. Chase Mauger on the tackle. Mauger, quite the football player, Coach. He is all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely, he is. I'll tell you what, it's a good ball player. Good run on that. We get 6 yards on that one, so now we get 2nd and 4, so Poland's got to keep it up.
9:06 left here, second quarter. Back to the T formation. Kamara under center. Kamara going to step back, check with coaching staff once again, see if he can get what he likes. With 8:53 left. Play action for Kamara, going to make one move, make a spin move inside the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Poland, 28-yard touchdown run by Vito Kamara. He spins out of it, Coach. They hit the B button. Poland gets on the board, 6-0.
There we go. That was a good job. I'll tell you what, he got stuck out on that end, and the end, I didn't get a number. He missed him. He whiffed on him. He spun move, and he was able to, and there was nobody there. He was able to run all the way down untouched for a touchdown.
So Kamara with the touchdown run puts Poland within 1 point of tying this one up. Josh Maseko to hold. Jay Stefanson for the conversion. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. 8:41 left here in the second quarter. Poland ties it up at 7 on a Vito Kamara run. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back on the other side.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192. We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
8:41 left here in the second frame. Poland ties it up on a 26-yard touchdown run by Vito Kamara. And after a rough start, Poland puts it together. And Coach, I'll tell you right now, this is probably what we expected, a battle between the 20s, and both teams scoring from a little bit more outside of that. So big plays now for each team.
Yeah, absolutely. We expected Manchester to run the ball, as they did, but they would have hit some of those passes, it could have been trouble for Poland.
Stefanson to kick off here. With the repair that glass kickoff, and it's going to sail into the end zone. Repair that glass. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. And because Dave is on location with the Youngstown Phantoms, we don't get our special effect tonight.
You know, he's going to stop that. We need that, especially.
We have to Xerox Dave. It's a little weird, but okay.
I mean, and he's not a small guy. He's a big, tall guy. So
well, it'll cost us a few extra dollars. That's all.
We'll have to line him up.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for Manchester. They'll go twin receivers to the near side. One running back to each side of Sharp in the shotgun. Sharp will keep it himself off the right side, make it out to the 25-yard line. They actually might give him the 24. And it'll be second. Well, again, kind of our official down here moved a little bit more, but yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 6 now, as the head linesman and line judge maybe didn't quite agree on that.
No, and Pano Zipolitis was there, make the tackle.
Zipolitis will be back next year.
I always say, I don't know, it's the way it looks.
That's that Irish brug you got there going. Sharp now in the shotgun, running back to his left, looking downfield, fires out to the flats. It's going to be caught at the 35. They're going to say, no, it hit the ground. Pass intended for Mauger. And that'll bring up 3rd down for Manchester. So 3rd and 6 now for Manchester at the Panther 24-yard line.
I want to tell you something, Jim. I didn't get a number. I was trying to get the number. Somebody was running to the outside, and he had Vito Camaro beat by 10 yards. And I guess quarterback didn't see him, and that could have been dangerous. And that was Donatelli.
I formation, Sharp under center, parting the tailback. Sharp rolling out here. He's going to have a receiver wide open. He's going to throw it into the sideline. Misses another wide open receiver. Had Blaze Donatelli down the near sideline and couldn't connect on it. That'll bring up 4th down for Manchester.
But this is what we talked about, of them being more of a running team than a throwing team. And we've seen it this year from other schools that ran the ball real good, didn't throw the ball very much, and their timing is off, and that's what's going to happen.
Ryan Bonacci kind of distracted me. He said he made the glass breaking noise at home. So, so shotgun formation again for Sharp, though. He'll punt this one away. Kamara going to field this one at the 42-yard line, looking for room to run. Get to the inside, past the midfield stripe, into Poland territory, down at the 40-yard line, and a couple of flags will come in. And we're going to have to assume this is either going to be a blindside block or a block in the back, Coach.
Well,
I'm still going to say a hold.
And that was against Stefanson.
Okay.
They threw it right at him. You couldn't
that was my next guess. So holding coming up against Poland. That'll put him back 10 more yards. But another good return by Vito Camara. Originally gave them good field position inside the Manchester side of the field, but looks like I believe they will mark this back. They should mark it back at the 48 or 47-yard line, depending on the original mark.
Number 86. 10 yards from the end of the run. 1st down.
All right, so Polo will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. 7:40 left here, 2nd quarter, all tied up at 7.
Yeah, we still got good field position. I mean, we lost the 10 yards. Again, I don't want to say it hurt us, but at least it wasn't during a play, and it backed us up for long, 1st and 20. So
I formation, David Zipolitis in a quarterback. Chase Jones, the tailback. Play action. Zipolitis rolling out to the far side. He has room to run. Fires it over the middle. Is it going to be caught at the 40-yard line? Indeed, Oliver McCulley with the 1st down at the Manchester 40-yard line. And Poland overcoming the penalty, getting back to where they should have been.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give him credit. He rolled out there, and he was looking for a pass, but he would have tucked and run that one. Holy mackerel. He only had 2 guys out there, and they were downfield. And
there was a lot of green there, Coach.
Oh, a whole bunch of green. Yikes.
So Vito Camaro going back under center. He'll have 3 running backs in the backfield, T formation. Zipolitis will be in the middle. Camaro going to take a step back. One last tune-up before he snaps the ball. Handoff off the left side. And it's going to be Ricky Madeline out to the 25, 20, and brought down near the 15-yard line. They'll give him the 16, actually. They'll be in the red zone. First down for Poland, 6:58 left here, second quarter.
That's what we need. Good job, good run. He did hard running. Madeline, I tell you what, he gets going. Them feet are chopping, and he's hard to bring down.
Right back to the line, same formation. Kamara under center. They'll hand it off again out to the left side. And it's going to be Ricky Madeline inside the 5, down to the 4. They'll say he went out at the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Bulldogs at the 5, 6:44 left here, second quarter.
Poland's got it going now. And we have a...
Manchester will take a timeout. 6:44 left here in the second quarter. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We are back right after this.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192. We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
6:44 left here, second quarter. We are all knotted up at 7. Poland with the ball, first and goal at the 5-yard line. After a big run by Ricky Madeline.
Positive yards here. Got to get positive yards.
So Angelilli, Zipolitas, and Madeline in the T formation. Kamara under center. They'll give it to Zipolitas, trying to fight off the right side. May have picked up a yard on the play. Second and goal now for Poland at the 4.
Yeah, we've had this look before where they're lined up on a near hash and they're running to the short side. That was good that they tried to run wide. I think if they would have went out wider and hooked that in, they could have walked in.
Clock continues to run here. 6:18 left your second quarter. All tied up at 7. Plenty of playoff action around the valley here. They'll go T formation. Kamara under center. And
second down.
Okay, so the official was correcting the down marker on the far side. We have down markers on both sides of the field tonight. It's really a nice feature. Play clocks in each end of the field here is Kamara back under center. Angelilli with the ball into the end zone. Touchdown, Poland. 5:58 of the second quarter. Poland takes a 13-7 lead. And the momentum starts to swing a little bit there towards the Bulldogs, Coach.
Yeah, well, we got an official chasing one of our offensive line, but he was blocking him clean out almost in the back of the end zone. And you know what? The whistle didn't blow, and he continued to block. So I don't know what the problem was, but he warned about something. He probably said, next time you're going to get 15 on that one.
So no penalty on the play, thankfully.
Yeah.
As Jay Stefanson comes in for the extra point. Josh Maseko to hold. 5:57 left here, second quarter. Snap is back, little high. He'll get it down, and Stefanson good. Poland takes the 14-7 lead over Manchester. Coach, take a look at some of the Discount Power Sports scoreboard updates from around the valley here. As Warren JFK, they continue their 13-7 lead over Cuyahoga Heights. South Range now with a 14-7 lead over Garaway. Springfield still trails Dalton by a score of 6-0. Sharon and Hickory all tied up at 3, just on the other side of the PA line. Walsh Jesuit with a 21-7 lead over Austintown Fitch. And another score coming in here is, Ryan Bonaccio will tell us it is 6-0 Ursuline in their playoff game as well. So a couple of opportunities for teams around the valley to stay in this thing. Ursuline went for 2. And it was incomplete. That what gives us our 6-0 score.
You need to recruit a kicker.
They're a rare breed.
You ain't kidding.
Jay Stefanson to tee this one up. All kickoffs and field goals are brought to you by Repair That Glass. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. 5:57 left here, second quarter. Poland with a 14-7 lead after a slow start. And a big run by Manchester. Poland scores 14 unanswered points as this one will go into the end zone. And Manchester will take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And you can't talk enough about having a weapon like that with these touchbacks. No opportunities for the return.
Well, I've said that. I tell you what, if you get a kicker to keep kicking them in the end zone, that backs them up. And I'll tell you what, that's a great weapon because now they start at the 20-yard line. So
try to get you a score from the Youngstown Phantoms as well. So first and 10 for Manchester. Movement up front here off the right side. And it's going to be a false start coming up against the Panthers. It'll be first and 15 now for Manchester. 5:57 left here, second quarter. All right, a little bit of feedback there from our official. We're told that Ursuline does have a kicker and is a soccer player too.
Yeah. Well.
So single back formation. Sharp under center. They'll hand it off up the middle. Fight their way out to the 25-yard line. 26, continue to drive his legs. And they may even give him the 28-yard line. Excuse me, it'll be the 22-yard line. They put him back 5. So second and 7 now for Manchester. 5:36 left here, second quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a good job by the defense. It was good yardage, though. Remember, it was first and 15, so he got a lot of it back.
Sharp in the shotgun, one running back to each side. They'll hand it off the right side. Some contact at the initial line, and everybody went down kind of awkwardly there, but
that was Vito Camaro shot off the corner. They were in a corner blitz, and he was able to blow that up in the backfield. That was an outstanding job. And let me tell you what, that's scary when you're out there on an island and you're blitzing.
3rd and 6 now for Manchester at the Poland 24-yard line. Sharp in his shotgun. Handed off the right side again. Actually, ball's going to come loose here. And Vinny Tafaro in there to blow up the play. It'll be 4th down for Manchester. It looked like the ball had come loose by the reaction, but
to be honest with you, Jim, I was looking at the run going downfield in the middle. I did not see. I thought he handed off, so fake me out.
So Sharp now in the shotgun, one receiver to each side. Sharp going to try to get rid of this one, and there'll be contact here. No flag as Camaro pick it up at the 42-yard line, slip one tackle, get out the midfield. He'll run into one of his own guys and get inside Manchester territory at the 47-yard line. There was some contact with Sharp back there. Thought they were going to have the running into the kicker penalty, but the official thought better.
No, I think he hung his leg out a little bit too long, and I think that's what happened.
So Poland will take over 1st and 10 at the Manchester 47-yard line. 4:12 left here, second quarter. Bulldogs with the 14-7 lead.
Yeah, now I'll tell you what, they need to drive, be smart, drive down the field. They got to get some points. Got plenty of time going 2 scores up at half. That can set them good. So, again, don't make the mistakes.
So T formation again. Zipolitis now under center. His brother will be in the middle. Give it to Chase Jones. Jones trying to find the corner. He won't get it. He'll be brought down in the backfield. And a big tackle for loss by Jake Livingston. And we talked about that in pregame, Coach, the amount of tackles for loss in the backfield. And certainly right there, you have to anticipate you're going to have a few of those against Manchester.
Dom Jurich is just livid on somebody. He's getting on one of the linemen. Apparently he just gave him one of them lookout blocks. If he's going to your inside, you got to take that inside, especially if you know that play's going opposite. You got to take care of that. And he just whiffed, or I don't know, he blocked the wrong guy.
2nd and 18 now to go to the I formation. Zipolitis the fullback, Chase Jones the tailback. McCulley will be the wing to the left, Maseko the receiver to the far right. Zipolitis taking it around the corner, trying to find somewhere to cut back in. He'll cut past the 45, twist and spin down to the 48. That'll be a pickup of 3, but nowhere near where they need to be after the loss of yards on the previous play.
Well, let's see what they could come up with here. 3rd down and long, but Poland, they can attack at any and strike at any time. They really could have used this extra score. Let's just worry about getting a good chunky yardage here. If not, pin them.
Kamara in with the play from the sideline. 3rd and 15 now from the Poland 48-yard line. Seiko, the receiver to the far side. McCulley now will be the wing to the left. And Poland will take a timeout. 2:31 left here in this second quarter. Poland with a 14-7 lead, Coach. Take a look at what's going on down at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. After one period, the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders and the Youngstown Phantoms are scoreless. And right now, the South Range Raiders lead Garaway by a score of 21-7, that game at the half.
Well, you knew that was going to happen. It's just a matter of time. It's like South Range, and I hate to say it, it's like they kind of, and I know that it's not true, but it looks like they play with teams, and then they say, okay, now we're gonna put the knife in the back, and we're gonna score some points.
As a once famous coach said, it's like Novocaine. Give it time, it always works.
I love it. Really? What the? I'd like to know what famous coach said that.
You've never seen that from Remember the Titans? Coach Boone.
No,
absolutely.
Okay.
That would be the veer. Just give it time. It's like Novocaine. Give it time. It will always work.
I love it.
Walsh Jesuit now with a 28-7 lead over Fitch in the second quarter. 3rd and 15 now for Poland at their own 48-yard line. 2:31 left here, second quarter. Shotgun formation. Kamara in a quarterback. Back to pass, stepping up in the pocket under pressure. Fires down the middle of the field. Picked off at the 35-yard line by Manchester. Brought out near midfield. And into Poland territory. And Josh Maseko going to track him down at the 15-yard line. Manchester will have great field position with 2:15 left here, second quarter. Vito Kamara trying to force that downfield, but was under pressure, and it looked like he had his arm hit.
Yeah, you just don't force that ball. That's silly, especially when you're ahead and you got 2:15 to go until half, and then that happens. You just can't make that kind of mental error.
So Manchester with the ball, 1st and 10. They'll mark it at the Poland 15-yard line. Cintron and Allen bringing the play in from the sideline. Manchester moving left to right on your devices. Used to say on your dial, Coach, but not much anymore. Sharp in a shotgun, one running back to each side. Twin receivers to the near side. Sharp on the option to the far side. Pitches out to Mager. Mager going to take a big hit at the line of scrimmage. Angelo Angelilli on the hit for Poland. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for Manchester.
Wow, that was a great job. And I'm thinking that was Peyton Miller possibly on that one where he he was on the quarterback as soon as he pitched it. He was able to release because there was not a lot of space between the pitch man and the quarterback.
2nd and 11. Actually, let's say lost a yard on the play. 2:09 left here in this first half. Sharp under center, I formation, twin receivers to the near side, pitch out. They'll bring it out to the 20, 15, and tracked down by Oliver McCulley at the 12-yard line. Parton on the carry, tried to find some room to the outside, couldn't get a lane to cut up. Poland stringing that one out to the sideline.
Yeah, that was a great defense. They just kept, as you said, Jim, just strang it out. And I'll tell you what, they were able to get that, so only got a few yards on it. So you got 3rd and I'm going to say about 7 on that. So if they hold them here and get a field goal out of it, that's a good job. Got a timeout on the field.
Okay, Manchester going to take a timeout here. 1:35 left here, second quarter. We'll take a look at some scores again from around the valley on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. As I believe, we'll have to take a look back here, but I believe Ursuline taking the lead here. Nope, still 6-0 in favor of the Irish. Warren JFK leads Cuyahoga Heights by a score of 13-7. Over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. South Range with a 28-7 lead over Garraway. Dalton still leading Springfield 6-0. Hickory now with a 10-3 lead over Sharon, and Walsh Jesuit 28-7 lead over Austin Town Fitch. Youngstown State basketball. Youngstown State with the lead over Clarion, 37-28. And in NHL action, Columbus leads Pittsburgh by a score of 2-1, that in the first period. As we come out of the Manchester timeout, the tailback in the I formation. Sharp under center, twin receivers to the near side. It'll be the short side of the field. They'll flip Sudbury from the right side to the left side at the tight end spot. Play action for Sharp, trying to throw it downfield, and it's going to be knocked away in the end zone. We're going to have a flag on the play, and there was a collision in the end zone. So personal foul coming up against Poland. Might be a roughing the passer. We'll get the official call, but it's the only thing I can think that would have been. As our referee talks to the line judge, see if they can discuss this. And
I didn't see it. I mean, he releases. He's open game. As soon as he released it, he got hit. I mean, this isn't the NFL.
Well, I think it's going to be half the distance of the goal for Manchester. 1:28 left here, second quarter. Flag on the plays. All of our officials now at the hash marks talking this over. Flag came in here. Play was broken up in the end zone on the pass. J.J. Fonda leading the charge on that.
Dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. After distance from the goal line, fourth down.
Leaving out of bounds?
Late hit out of bounds, I believe. What he said. Okay. What? So 4th and 1 now for Manchester at the 6-yard line. I formation. Parton will be the tailback. They'll put Sharp under center. Meade is the fullback. Handoff and it's going to be a face mask right at the 5-yard line, and that'll be another half the distance penalty.
And that'll be a first down too, Jim.
And I think they had it to begin with, but this will place the ball right around the 2 or 3 yard line, depending on where they're going to spot it.
Yeah, and you know what, Jim, and I hate to say it, sometimes that happens. You can't yell at a
face mask. 68 on defense. Half the distance from goal. First down.
Stuff like that when he's running through and he's getting knocked down and he's reaching and he grabs a face mask. I mean, that's just it's hard to say, what are you doing? And I always let that go.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard update from the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Youngstown Phantoms take a 1-0 lead over the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders with time of the goal 1:22. We have to go from football terminology to the metric system.
Yeah.
So I formation again, as Mauger will be the fullback this time. Barton will be the tailback. Sharp under center. So 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Hand off to Parton. He'll fight his way forward and into the end zone for the touchdown. Manchester 1 point away from tying this up with 1:17 left here. It's 14-13.
Yeah, defense has got to settle down here. But I'd rather not say. Man,
it has been an exciting game.
Yeah.
Here so far. As we'll wait for the conversion. Sharp to hold. Snap is back, and it's up. And it is no good. 1:17 left here, second quarter. Poland keeps the lead, but Manchester will cut it down to 14-13. And we talked about Jay Stefanson, how important he could be here in this game, and we'll see how that comes back to bite them later with that missed extra point.
Yeah, because at some point they're going to have to go for 2, but it's very frustrating up here.
Well, yeah, for the coach, I believe it is. Like
For the coach, it's very, very, yeah. Some of the stuff is just I'd like to question, but you don't question because I'm just an announcer. And
well, and then you talk about the self-inflicted injuries, for Poland with the face mask.
Yeah, I mean that's
the late hit out of bounds, which we can call questionable.
Yeah,
but nonetheless, we talked about these penalties and being able to fight out of them, and good teams can do that. Poland has been able to do that all year long. Is we will kick this one off here. Of course, all kickoffs brought to you by, Repair That Glass. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. Carl Conan, the 5'10", 160-pound sophomore for the kick. And decent kick down to the 11-yard line by J.J. Fonda. He'll bring it out to the far side, out near the 40-yard line with 1:10 left here, second quarter. Poland, I believe, has one timeout left here. So Poland with an opportunity to maybe get downfield, and at this point, maybe looking for a Jay Stefanson field goal to give them a little bit of cushion going into the locker room.
Yeah, that's very possible. Let's see what they do offensively. Right now, we just got to ball control, and I just try to keep getting positive yards. Don't get greedy with anything that's going to cause that ball to go back to them.
Twin receivers to the near side. We'll go tight end to the right side. Shotgun formation. Hand off again to Chase Jones. Jones off the block of Maseko. Out to the 43-yard line. He'll go out of bounds. Knee went down in bounds, so the clock will continue to run with just under a minute to play here in the first half. Coach Pavlansky out there giving him the play. Kamara trying to bring it in as quickly as he can.
Come on. Let's go, offense. Come on.
45 seconds left here, first quarter. Barone and Maseko, the twin receivers to the far side. McCauley will be the tight end to the right. Kamara rolling out to the far side. He'll fire out into the flats. Caught by Maseko, and he'll get out of bounds. Clock will stop as he'll get out to the 45-yard line on the Manchester side. So we'll see if he made it out of bounds. It's a first down. No, don't set the markers. Clock will continue to run with 30 seconds here. Kamara will spike it with 25 seconds left here in the second quarter. It'll be second and 10 now for Poland. Again, one timeout left here. So a run not out of the question, but they're going to need that timeout maybe if they can get that Jay Stefanson field goal attempt in there.
They got to get at least 25 yards on this. Get something that'll get at least give them a chance.
So after review, Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, they score a goal, but after review, it's a high sticking, no goal. Phantom still with a 1-0 lead. Kamara in the shotgun. He'll send Fonda in motion. Back to pass. Down the sideline. Got a flag on the play. Contact downfield. Maseko went down. No flag down there, but there's a flag at the 48-yard line on the Manchester side. And it looks like it's going to be a holding or an illegal shift. You are correct, Coach. As the line judge, not sure. I think he's asking if you want to decline it. 19 seconds left here, second quarter. Poland with a 14-13 lead. All right. So I thought they wanted to decline the penalty, not to give him the down over again, but.
Yeah, I probably would have said no and made it third down.
But then they marked the ball at the midfield stripe. Okay. That'll be correct. 2nd and 15 now for Poland. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Verone. They'll send a man in motion. As Kamara now taking it to the far side. Cuts to the inside. Get inside the 40. He'll spin and turn. And did he get out of bounds? It'll be a first down for Poland. The clock will stop to set the markers, but did he get out of bounds to stop the clock?
Oh, yeah, he had to get out of bounds. He got knocked clean out.
So much congestion on that far sideline, it was hard to tell. As Poland now will take their time, they'll go to a huddle. 10 seconds left here in this first half. Poland with one timeout. They lead 14-13. 1st and 10 at the Manchester 35-yard line. You figure you want to get right around to the 20-yard line if you want to give Stefanson a really good shot. Shotgun formation, twin receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Kamara back to pass, setting up in the pocket, going to take it himself inside the 30, head for the sideline, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 25 and down, I believe, to the 24 with 4 seconds left. And Jay Stefanson will attempt a 41-yard field goal with 4 seconds left here in the half. Poland with a 14-13 lead.
And he's done this before, so it shouldn't be a problem.
From the right hash, Josh Maseko to hold. Ball at the 24-yard line. And Poland's going to take a timeout. With 4 seconds left here, guess you can't take it to the locker room with you, Coach. And we'll see if something else is up.
I don't think so. He had, it looked like 5 seconds to go, and he was getting ready. So maybe he just thought, well, let's just call timeout, make sure we get everybody blocking up front.
So as we're looking out, Coach, towards the flagpole, no movement there, no flags moving on the uprights. So that should not be an issue for Jay Stefanson. Ball marked at the 24-yard line. Looking at a 41-yarder here, Coach.
And he could do it.
Probably optimal conditions as we approach the halftime. And keep in mind, too, Poland will get the ball in the second half. Take a look at some scores from around the area. Down at the Covelli Center, the Youngstown Phantoms, with 4:18 left in the second period, they take a 2-0 lead over the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Walsh Jesuit, Daly Austintown Fitch by a score of 28-14. That in the second quarter. Halftime, Ursuline with a 6-0 lead over Aurora. Aurora, always tough.
Yeah, that's a good program.
So Stefanson making his way back to the field. Maseko with his knee down at the 31-yard line. No win to speak of. 4 seconds left here in the first half. Poland with a 14-13 lead. Maseko with the snap. And it's going to be... we're going to get a whistle. The kick is good, but did we get a whistle prior to the snap?
Dead ball. Coachman on the defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
And the field goal would have been good. I don't know if I like that rule, Coach.
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't make it, you take the penalty. If you make it, you decline the penalty. But in high school, you cannot do that. As Stefanson will get a second shot at it. Maseko now, the holder, will have his knee at the 26-yard line. So now a 36-yard field goal attempt for Stefanson. Snap is back. Kick is up.
And it's good.
And it is good. With the clock at zeros, Poland takes a 17-13 lead into the locker room. They will get the ball in the second half, Coach, and boy, they know how to make it interesting.
To kick 2 of them, they looked like that one didn't clear much, but they got it.
So I believe that kick was from the ball was at the 26-yard line. So you had the 43-yard field goal. Poland heads into the locker room with the 17-13 lead, Coach. And I believe when we talked in pregame, this is the kind of game we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. We sure did. It's an exciting football game. We knew that when you start getting down this, 3rd, 4th round, 5th round playoffs and stuff, and they start tightening up and start getting a little bit tough. But some things in question. They just got to button some stuff up. Let's just say that.
We head to the half here. Poland with a 17-13 lead. We'll step aside for a break. When we come back with the halftime show here on CityView Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One Network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School football game of the week on the iMedia One Network.
Halftime here in Louisville as Poland takes the 17-13 lead into the locker room as coach tries to find ways to get the officials to make better calls and maybe lopping off a few digits. Anyway, moving on here, we'll take a look at the scoring recap. It would be 57 seconds left of the first quarter before Manchester would go 67 yards into the end zone. Jace Mager, number 32, for the Panthers, all the way there. And coach, we talked about Parton at tailback, we talked about Sharp at quarterback, but Mager has really been good on that offensive side.
Yeah, he really has. He's done an outstanding job. The hard runner, big kid, and you got to do what you got to do to stop him because you can't hit him high. But they're hitting him, and he's just going.
Second quarter, Poland would respond at 8:41 with a 26-yard run by Vito Kamara into the end zone. That would tie it up at 7. With 5:57 left in the second quarter, it would be Angelo Angelilli into the end zone on a 4-yard run to give Poland the 14-7 lead. 1:17 left here in the second quarter. After a Poland interception, it would be Manchester. That would go 1 yard into the end zone. They get to the 1-yard line basically through penalties, a late hit out of bounds, and then a face mask. Again, self-inflicted wounds there, and that would make it 14-13. They would not convert on the extra point. And with 4 seconds left here in this first half, Jay Stefanson would hit a 43-yard field goal to give the Bulldogs a 17-13 lead. Going into the locker room, they will get the ball in the second half. That could be huge for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and that's what they got to do. Ball control, go down there, get some points, whether it's 3 or whether it's a touchdown, and just stay ahead of this because this team looks like they could score at any time.
While we have a moment, we'll take an opportunity to step aside for 10 seconds for station identification. You are listening to WRQX AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
Columbiana County, this is your News Talk leader. WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
Coach, take a look at some of the numbers from the first half. First downs would be in favor of Poland, 13-4, which seems kind of lopsided for us because it seems so even in that first half. But Manchester, a lot of times, not working out of a third down. Poland, 21 carries for 105 yards on the ground. Manchester, 17 carries for 103, 67 of them coming on the Panthers' touchdown. Poland averaging 5 yards a rush. Manchester, 6.5. And for both teams, Coach, that's right about where they were all year long. And right now, it's just a battle back and forth.
Yeah, it's just, again, a few mistakes here and there. But, again, ball control is going to have to be for Poland. And defensively, they just got to keep them on their heels and do what they have to do to shut them down to advance.
Passing for the Bulldogs, they were 4 of 9 with the 1 interception by Vito Kamara. And the Panthers, 2 of 8. Poland, 46 yards with just about 5.1 yard average. And Manchester, 4 receptions, for 4, they have a 4 yard average. Total plays in the first half would be Poland, 30 plays for 146 yards. Manchester, 25 plays for 121 yards, averaging just under 5 yards a play per team. And I believe it goes back, and not often do we hit this right on the head, but we figured that this was going to be like two twins battling here. And certainly with the way the offenses are set up, it has been exactly that, and it bears out in the numbers.
Offensively, defensively, too. I tell you what, they both balance out, and that's exactly what we said coming in there. You are such an even match here, but isn't that how the playoffs should be? You should be even matched. And that's what happens when you get deeper and deeper in there. You're hoping that your opponent, you're as good, if not better than them. So all of a sudden, great job by Poland and Manchester. They're doing a great job, too.
Turnovers, we are all evened up here as Poland would get the fumble in the first quarter. Manchester would get the interception in the second quarter. Third down conversions for Poland, they were 1 for 6. Manchester as well, 1 for 6. Poland 0 for 2 on fourth downs, and Manchester 0 for 1. Interestingly enough, with all the tackles for loss, no sacks by either team.
No, none at all. But, again, they're all over it. So this is going to be a good second half. We're going to see who comes out and ready to go and who's going to figure out who. So Poland's done a great job because they were, as I spoke, they were going to run the ball in the middle, test the center of the waters, and then they started going outside. And that's what happened. And they started chunking them a little bit. But so far, it's been a great football game for the guys on the field.
Yeah, the Poland Bulldog Marching Band out entertaining the home side here at halftime. They are short 1 trombone player. I want to say good luck to Will Craven and Connor Mold, Connor Seepy, and all these locals. They're heading up to Cleveland as part of the Canton Akron Jets hockey team. They are participating in the Rock and Roll Hockey Tournament this weekend here. So they're going to miss week 3 of the playoffs here as Connor Seepy, a senior at South Range High School, and Connor Mold, Will Craven Juniors at Poland Seminary High School. And again, we wish them good luck as they have a very late game tonight to get this week started. But nonetheless, it's always a good time for hockey.
Yes, and I just want to tell you, and I talked about it when we got up here, there will be a new addition to the Gessler family. And no, it's not what you think. Too old for that stuff. But we have Mocha Joe, little miniature dachshund, is coming from Oklahoma. The drive starts tomorrow, and we will have her in our possession sometime tomorrow around 4, 5, 6 o'clock. So we're all excited, and we're curious to see how Honey is going to do when you have a 74-pound yellow lab and you have a 3-pound miniature dachshund.
The Sooner puppy on the way here. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast at WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One Network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Meludic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our #1 priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, at Meludic_Live. And remember, our fans come first.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School football game of the week on the iMedia One Network.
Halftime continues here at Louisville High School, home of the Leopards. Right now, it is the home of the Division 5 Region 17 semifinals. Poland takes the 17-13 lead into the locker room. We take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Discount Power Sports is your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Visit Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 330-717-4441. Halftime over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. And I may have this wrong here, but I believe South Range goes into the half with a 21-7 lead over the Garaway Pirates. By South Range standards, a close game for the Raiders. Right now, Ursuline with a 6-0 lead over Aurora, that at the half. Also at the half, Warren JFK leads Cuyahoga Heights 13-17. Over on the PA side, Central Clarion, they lead Farrell by a score of 14-6. Farrell, weird season this year, is tough during the regular season, but they have done well in the playoffs. They trail Central Clarion by 8. Dalton at the half, still with a 6-0 lead over Springfield. Hickory with a 16-10 lead over Sharon. And at the half, Coach Walsh Jesuit with a 35-14 lead over Austin Town Fitch. And Walsh Jesuit kind of looks like they're running away with that one a little bit over a very tough Fitch team.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, but Walsh is a great program. They have been for years. They're a tough football team and good coaches up there.
NCAA men's basketball at 9 o'clock. Ohio State will be taking on Texas A&M. In the third quarter, Youngstown State, the ladies, they have a 37-28 lead over Clarion. They're going to have to update that score, Coach, because that was the same score in the second quarter. I think that's probably changed by now. And also, Columbus still leads Pittsburgh by a score of 2-1 in NHL action. Down at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio, the Youngstown Phantoms with a 2-0 lead over the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Say that 5 times real quick.
There you go. That would be not good. How about those Cavs? Is that amazing?
The Cavaliers are forever in 0 right now.
Yeah. And last I heard was 15-0.
14-15, we've lost count. We're just enjoying the streak, Coach.
That is amazing.
You know, it's nice to have the Cavaliers when the Browns are struggling this year. The Indians had such a great season. Yeah. They bow out to the out to the New York Yankees. And for us, the Cavaliers are the savior as they really start hot here. And a lot of big expectations now. You see what they can do in against even just different types of competition.
Yeah, absolutely. We've talked about this before, and I can't remember what celebrity said. It was somebody from up in Cleveland said if the Cleveland Browns ever win a Super Bowl, they had 1 million people when the Cavs were there. They'd have 3 or 4 million up there just destroying Cleveland because you wouldn't be able to move. You'd have to park in Akron and walk to Cleveland because that's as close as you're going to get.
Coach, all I can say is I hope someday we have that problem.
Just before I die. That's all I want.
Coming up tomorrow, the Grove City Wolverines will take on the Westminster Titans. 12:10 pregame, 1 o'clock kickoff. We're going to step aside now for the PAC report with the commissioner of the President's Athletic Conference, Joe Underko.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report for November 16th, 2024. I'm Joe Underko. This week we will take a quick look back at last week's football action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 11 contests for the final Saturday of the regular season. The top three teams remain tied at 8-1 as we head into the final weekend of the 2024 season. Grove City edged Case Western Reserve 30-20, and Carnegie Mellon blew past Allegheny 63-10 to both keep pace at the top with Washington and Jefferson, which had the Week 10 bye. In other Week 10 action, Westminster routed rival Geneva 56-7, Waynesburg rolled past Teal 37-10, and Bethany earned its first win of the 2024 season, snapping a 27-game skid by winning at St. Vincent 21-13. PAC Player of the Week honors for Week 11 went to Westminster senior QB Billy Levac on offense, with 17 of 23 passing for 293 yards and 4 TDs at Geneva. Carnegie Mellon grad linebacker Logan Young on defense, with 5 tackles, 2 interceptions including a 50-yard pick six, and a fumble recovery versus Allegheny. And senior punter Dan Berube of Grove City on special teams, after averaging just under 50 yards per punt, including a career-best 63-yarder versus Case. Newcomer of the Week again went to Bethany freshman QB Brett Phillips, with 283 passing yards, 44 rushing yards, and 3 TDs at St. Vincent. Week 11 is highlighted by the 55th edition of the Academic Bowl, as 6-3 Case Western Reserve hosts 8-1 Carnegie Mellon at DeSanto Field in Cleveland at 1:30 p.m. CMU leads the all-time series 33-19 and has won the last 5 meetings, including a 31-21 decision in Pittsburgh last year. Veteran Spartan head coach Greg Debelak notes that as with most rivalry games, you can ignore the records as both teams will be at the top of their game.
It's Carnegie Mellon Case. Both teams are going to get after each other. Both teams recognize the significance of this game.
Separated by just 14 miles on PA Route 208, 8-1 Grove City travels to New Wilmington for a 1 p.m. kickoff against 7-2 Westminster at Harold Burry Stadium. It's the 106th all-time meeting between the Presbyterian rivals, dating back to 1892. The Wolverines outslugged the Titans 17-7 in Grove City last season, but Westminster won the last meeting in New Wilmington 24-17 in 2022. 8-1 Washington and Jefferson travels to Meadville to face 1-8 Allegheny at Frank Fuhrer Field at 1 p.m., with the Presidents in search of at least a share of the PAC football title for the first time since 2018. W&J barely edged the Gators 35-28 in 2023, one of many reasons President head coach Mike Sirianni and his squad are not looking past Saturday's game toward a potential NCAA playoff berth.
I have to look no farther than to tell my kids about my first year as a head coach. We were 8-1, and we were playing a 1-8 Buffalo State team with a chance to clinch an NCAA playoff berth, and we lost. So that's all I had to share. We are on full alert for Allegheny.
In other Week 11 action, 4-5 Waynesburg travels to Beaver Falls to face 4-5 Geneva at Reeves Field at 1 p.m. It's the 85th meeting between the Presbyterian schools since 1908. The Yellow Jackets lead the all-time series 44-36-4, but the Golden Tornadoes posted a 43-29 road victory in Waynesburg a year ago. Veteran GT mentor Gino DeMarco previews the matchup.
You know, we're hoping to get a 5-5 season. You know, 4-5 versus 4-5. Here we go. You always want to play a game, your last game of the year, that means something, and it obviously means something to both of us. So here we go.
Finally, fresh off its skid-breaking win at St. Vincent last week, 1-8 Bethany looks to make it 2 in a row when they host 2-7 Teal at Bison Stadium at 1 p.m. The longtime PAC foes are meeting for the 79th time since 1917, with the Tomcats holding a narrow 41-36-1 advantage. Teal has won the past 2 matchups, including a 22-14 win in Greenville last season. St. Vincent has the Week 11 bye. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can also follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Underko. Thanks for listening, and for a final time in 2024, we'll see you at the stadium.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, A winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it.
The Mahoning Valley Federals is the area's minor league football team. After only 2 years in existence and an appearance in the league playoff semifinal game, the Federals are looking to add Valley High School and college talent to help take the next step toward a league championship. For more information on how to become part of the Federals' journey, go to Facebook at the Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football Team or contact General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Third quarter action coming up here at Louisville High School. Poland with the 17-13 lead over the Manchester Panthers. And this third quarter is brought to you by the Mahoning Valley Federals after a 2024 playoff appearance. The Mahoning Valley's minor league football team is building for the 2025 season. For more information, call General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099 or go to the team's Facebook page at the Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football Team and pretty much coach football around the year. Here on the iMedia One Network, we'll be covering Premier Amateur Football League action here. Working with Jermaine Campbell, commissioner of the PAFL, as we will have teams from Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia competing regionally, as Poland will get to start this one off. They defer to the second half. Trevor Kuzmits, the 5'9", 135-pound senior, to kick this off here for the third quarter. And all kickoffs are brought to you by Repair That Glass. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. Low kick, going to be mishandled at the 5-yard line and going to be downed at the 1-yard line. And Poland going to start deep in their own territory. Nick Natoli couldn't handle it on the bounce. And Poland will have the ball at the 2-yard line to start this third quarter. 11:56. Poland with the 17-13 lead. And those will be the mistakes that we talk about here at the end of the game.
Yeah, because you did not want that right now. You want to get a good return, go down the field and score. You're letting this team hang around, and they're too good to let them do that.
So 1st and 10 at the 2-yard line. I formation. Kamara under center, T formation. Kamara going to handle this off. Try to get upfield, create some room, and he'll get out near the 4-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs. I believe that was going to be Ricky Madeline on the carry for Poland. So I'll mark the ball at the 4 here. So 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs after the mishandled kick return. They'll go back to the T formation again. Kamara going to check with the sideline. He'll step over, make some adjustments. And same play, same side as they'll cut it to the inside, get out to the 8 or 9 yard line, depending on where the officials are going to mark it. It'll be a pickup of 5 So 3rd down and 3.
Get this
for Poland.
Get the first down, make it manageable. Keep the drive going.
So Vito Kamara in at quarterback. We'll go T formation. Everybody in tight, no receivers to the outside. Kamara with the hard count. Again, he'll stand up, check with the sideline. And they'll stick with the play. Hand it off to the right side. This time, follow forward. And it should be enough for a Poland first down. This drive starting at the 2-yard line. 10:37 left here, 3rd quarter. Poland with a 17-13 lead. And after a disastrous return, the Bulldogs chipping away at this. They'll have the ball at the 14-yard line.
You know, Coach Bob, doing this situation, just pound, pound, pound.
Yeah, that T formation has been extremely successful for the Bulldogs.
All year it has.
So Kamara back under center. They'll go right back to the same formation. Everybody in tight. Hand it off the left side. And it's going to be Chase Jones past the 20 down to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 now for the Bulldogs, and the field opening up a little bit for them. And when that happens, Coach, so does the playbook.
Absolutely. Just keep doing what you're doing. Pound them. And if you notice, Jim, they're attacking tackle out, and that's what they got to do. They try to run inside, and the backers are coming. So run away from them, and that's what you got to do.
So 2nd and 2 for Poland. Will be on the far hash. 9:43 left here. 3rd quarter. Kamara under center. He'll blow off the left side. He'll fight forward and should pick up the first down just by about a yard at the 25-yard line. And they'll move the sticks quickly.
Haven't stopped him yet on this, Jim. Going right down the field.
Update from Ryan Bonacci. Keeping an eye on the Ursuline game for us. On the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update, Ursuline with a 9-7 lead over Aurora now. T formation again for Kamara. Under center. Off that left side again. Ricky Madeline this time driving down past the 30. Actually, going to say his knee went down right at the 30. 2nd and 5 now for Poland.
You know, with all the weapons they got, Jim, Madeline, I'll tell you what, out of all of them, and they all run hard, he seems to really, really want it. I mean, he runs hard. He drops that shoulder. He's leaning forward. He's a hard-running young man.
Yeah, and the one thing I love is you watch every running back for Poland, they come through 2 arms on the ball.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And it looks very deliberate, too.
Yeah, because they don't want to go to the sidelines.
Nobody wants to go to the sideline after that. Back to the same formation, in tight. Kamara under center. We hand it off the left side again. Hit at the line of scrimmage. And may have picked up a yard on the play. 3rd and 4 now for the Bulldogs. They'll mark it at the Poland 32-yard line. Livingston on the tackle for Manchester. He is part of that list of players we talked about in pregame with the high number of tackles for loss, and even pressures on the quarterback. Kamara will come in from the sideline. 7:53 left here, 3rd quarter. Poland 3rd and 3 at their own 32-yard line. T formation. Kamara under center.
They're going to sink the house. There they come.
Back to pass. He'll throw it out to Zipolitis into the flats into the 30. He'll make it out past the 30 to the 33.
Boy, that's close.
And I believe he's going to have that.
Oh, no. I think he's a yard short.
I thought he had the forward progress, Coach.
4th down. He's about a yard short.
Wow. I don't know.
That looked like he had it.
I thought he had the forward progress, but nonetheless, it's going to be 4th and 1. And at this point, I see Kamara coming in from the sideline. 7:08 left here. A big play here early in the 3rd quarter. Poland with the 17-13 lead. T formation, Kamara under center. Kamara with the hard count. Hands it off the right side. They're going to drive, fall forward, and it's going to be close. They're going to say just getting there. If the line judge is correct, he's saying first down.
Absolutely.
Poland gambles. They get the first down at their own 34-yard line. 6:49 left here, 3rd quarter. And A gutsy call by Coach Tom
I want to
Pavlansky.
tell you something. That's some coconuts there. Let me tell you what. Wow. Whew. I'll tell you what. Something like that. There's another guy that I know that would do something like that. And I would get yelled at by my defensive coordinator.
I can attest to that. 1st and 10. I actually say he made it out to the 36-yard line. It's a little more than we thought. Is Kamara back under center into that T formation? They'll go left side, movement up front, and we'll send this one back 5 yards. And you, by the body language, Dom Urich is all but admitting to that.
Yeah, I think Dom says, I fell over. I was leaning a little bit, that's all.
So Poland, with all the momentum here, moving downfield, Dom Urich gets a little excited, tries to get the head start, and it'll cost him 5.
Yeah, you can't do that in football.
So back to that T formation now, 1st and 15, ball at the Poland 31-yard line. Kamara under center, and it looks like Kamara may be called for a false start. That'll knock him back 5 more. It'll be 1st and 20 for the Bulldogs at their own 26-yard line. Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. At the end of 3, the South Range Raiders have a 28-7 lead over the Garaway Pirates. That the other side of the bracket here in Division 5, Region 17. But for Poland, 1st and 20 from their own 26-yard line. They'll go back to that running formation. Everybody in tight. T formation. Kamara under center. Handing it off to Ricky Madeline, trying to find room to the outside. Madeline getting out past the 30. He'll be knocked out of bounds into the 33-yard line. And a flag comes in. It's going to be a late hit coming up against Manchester. And that may be the thing that gets them out of trouble.
That's definitely a personal foul.
So Livingston may be the guilty party on this. Couldn't tell after the hit on the far sideline and all the congestion.
Well, yeah, we didn't get a number, but he was beyond the white. That's a personal foul, so that should be automatic first down, Jim, or no?
No, not in high school.
Okay.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 21 on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
Okay, but it will be enough for the first down because they will add that on to the end of the run.
Okay.
So Poland, after 2 false start penalties, starting 1st and 20, they get the late hit out of bounds, and they get themselves out of trouble. They are now at their own 48-yard line. Remember, this drive started at the 2 as they go back to the T formation. Kamara under center. Everybody in tight. Hand off to Chase Jones. Jones trying to find the left side. He'll drop his shoulder. Flag will come in. And I believe this one may be a hold against Poland. We'll see. Indeed, it will be. So 4 penalties in as many plays.
Give and take. We can't have that. We talked about it before.
Offense, number 6. 10 yards from the previous spot. First down.
So 5:32 left here, third quarter. Poland with a 17-13 lead. And right now, the story of the game is the officials as they mark this ball at the 38-yard line. There's been a lot of flags here. Again, 4 flags on as many plays.
Yeah.
So 1st and 21 at the Poland 38-yard line. They'll now go twin receivers to the near side. Kamara in the shotgun. Kamara going to take it himself on the read option. Trying to get to the outside. Cuts into the inside. 45. Headshot to the 48-yard line. And a pickup of 10. Called. So that'll get him back to the original line of scrimmage on 2nd down. Thought that might be some helmet-to-helmet contact.
But definitely helmet right in front of the official.
But nonetheless, 2nd and 10 now for Poland. A little more manageable here with 4:50 left here, third quarter. Poland has had the ball for the entire third quarter here so far.
And that's what you want. Grind it out. Keep that clock running.
David Zippolitis in at quarterback now. Same T formation. McCulley, the tight end to the right. He'll give it to Madeline. Madeline looking for room. He'll cut upfield, and he'll drop his shoulder down past the 45 to the 44-yard line. Pick up a 4. That was a hard 4 yards there for number 8, Ricky Madeline.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. Again, we talk about it. He drops that shoulder, and he just plows through people. That was a good, hard run. That's one determined young man.
So they'll mark the ball at the 44-yard line. They'll have to get to the 42 for a first down. 3:58 left here, third quarter. Back in the T formation. David Zippolitis, the freshman, in at quarterback. Everybody in tight for the Bulldogs. Madeline again driving forward. He'll get the first down at the 41-yard line. And the Poland drive will continue. 3:44 left here. The clock will stop long enough to set the markers. And the Bulldogs just playing bully ball now.
And I'll tell you what, they've eaten all of the third quarter. The best defense is to keep it out of the offense's hands. And I'll tell you what, they have done an amazing job. Ate this whole quarter up.
Poland now taking their time. They'll be 1st and 10 at the Manchester 41-yard line. Zippolitis under center. Again, everybody in tight. 3 running backs. Play action. Zippolitis back to pass. Throws it out in the flats. It's going to be caught by his brother Bono, and he'll make it out to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 now for Poland, and after you go run, sometimes you can catch them off a little bit.
And that's exactly what they did. I'll tell you what, 7 yards on that first down. That's amazing. They're mixing it up nicely. Their defense is on the heels. They don't know if they're running, passing. Quarterback's taking a boot. They have no idea what's going on now defensively.
The freshman, David Zippolitis, still in at quarterback. They'll go back to that T formation. Heavy to the right side. They'll give it to Chase Jones. Jones cutting back to the inside, and he'll fight his way down to the 31-yard line. Actually, they're going to give him the 30, pick up a 4. And is it going to be enough for a first down? Indeed, yes. The line judge says move them. And Poland continues to drive. As Aiden Mead will make his way on the field for Manchester. Merrick Baker will take the sideline to take a breather.
Poland is just manhandling, and they're wearing that defense out right now. They just got to keep doing what they're doing.
You see the substitutions as Poland goes back to the T formation. Zippolitis under center. And we're going to have a whistle. And so they had to send Grayson Schaefer to the sideline for some equipment issue.
And Tafaro came in as a substitute.
What a great substitution there.
How about that?
So Zippolitis, hand off to his brother Pano. Pano going to bounce to the outside and be tracked down from the backside. He'll get back near the line of scrimmage. Actually, he'll lose about a yard on the play. And it'll all be placed at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 11 now for the Bulldogs. That play never really seemed to develop as he handed it off to Pano Zippolitis, and really there was nowhere to go.
Absolutely. I tell you what, David went down and filled the block, and wow, there was a collision.
Now again, we talk about those post-game discussions between the two.
Let me tell you.
That goes. As David now will make his way back onto the field with the play. 2nd and 11. 1:15 left here in the third quarter. Poland nearly taking up the whole third quarter. Zippolitis now under center to Madeline. Madeline cutting up field. He'll fight his way inside the 30 and down near the 27-yard line. They'll mark the ball actually at the 28. No, at the 27 now. Left foot, right foot. They're kind of drifting when they come back. And you know what? Normally this would not be a big deal, but this game has been such a fight for yards.
Yeah.
That these little things matter here. 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. And, Coach, we may see the Poland Bulldogs eat up the entire 12 minutes of this third frame.
Unbelievable. And they still got the ball.
Zippolitis under center. He'll give it to Madeline again. Madeline trying to get to the outside. Cuts up field and gets out to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 2. It's now going to be 4th down for the Bulldogs with 15 seconds left. We'll see if they let it run down.
Oh, yeah. They ain't snapping that ball.
So 7 seconds down to 6-5, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Here in Louisville, the Poland Bulldogs take up the entire 12 minutes of the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth quarter with the Bulldogs leading by a score of 17-13 over the Manchester Panthers. We'll step aside for a break. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Fourth quarter here in Louisville. Poland 17, Manchester 13. And a coach, of course, it is everybody's favorite fourth quarter in the Valley. It is the Lena's Pierogi House fourth quarter. The area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Call Lena's at 330-254-8532. Fourth and 5 now for Poland at the Manchester 25-yard line. They're going to line up with David Zippolitis, a quarterback, in the shotgun. His brother Pono to the right. Twin receivers to the far side, moving right to left now. David Zippolitis rolling out to the far side, taking it upfield, looking to get the first down. He's going to be well short, and it's going to be a turnover on down. So after Poland eats up the entire third quarter, they have nothing to show for it. Manchester will take over first and 10 near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was great pursuit by the defense. They just gave him nothing, and with the pursuit, they took away his cutback lane, and he was to be able to tackle. So good job by Poland, but good job by Manchester not letting any points come on. But now they're battling for fourth quarter.
So the ball now at the 25-yard line. Poland goes 73 yards on the drive. Now Sharp now in the shotgun. And we'll hand it off the left side with some room to run and get out near the 30-yard line. Pick up a 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 now for Manchester. That Panther offense has been on the sideline for quite some time.
Yeah, absolutely. But, again, the defense got to tighten up. We've always got bend but don't break. But they've really got to keep the ball, keep the clock running and keep first downs away from them.
Sharp now in the shotgun. One running back to his right, twin receivers to the near side. He'll roll out. A handoff on the counter. That's going to be Parton upfield, and he may have enough for the first down. He's right at the marker, and they'll say first down for Manchester. Discount Power Sports scoreboard update in the fourth quarter. Ursuline with a 15-10 lead over Aurora.
15?
15-10.
I don't know how they got that. It's interesting.
And over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240, South Range with a 35-7 lead over Garaway. So Sharp in his shotgun, man in motion, low snap. He'll pick it up off the left side. Parton now going to drive his legs out to the 40, maybe to the 41-yard line. Well, they'll say the 40. So I'll pick up a 5, 2nd and 5 now for Manchester. Correction on that South Range score. It is now 42-7 in favor of the South Range Raiders. Second and 5 now. Ball at the Manchester 40-yard line. Sharp in his shotgun. Twin receivers to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. Parton to his left. Hand off to Parton. He's going to be hit by Oliver McCulley. Just shy of the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up third down for Manchester. Well read by the senior defensive end.
All he did was come across and sat, and then he squeezed a little bit, saw the back, and was able to get him. I'll tell you what, I watched him the whole time. That's how you play D-end.
9:44 left in this game. Poland with a 17-13 lead. Walsh Jesuit now with a 35-21 lead over the Fitch Falcons. Sharp in his shotgun. Parton to his left. He's going to pull it, take it to the far side, and be knocked out of bounds short of the first down at the 42-yard line. He had to get to the 45, so it's going to be 4th and 3 for Manchester. And I would assume that Sharp is going to want to punt this one away.
Well, it looks like he's going.
It looks like Dom Allen's going to bring in the play from the sideline. 4th and 3.
Don't hard count him. Don't jump. Poland, don't jump. Watch the ball.
From the Manchester 42-yard line. They got to get to the 45. Sharp in the shotgun. Parton to his left. He'll try the hard count, check with the sideline. And we'll get a timeout here. 9:23 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
9:23 left here in this game. Poland with a 17-13 lead. Manchester with a 4th and 3 at their own 42-yard line. And they're having discussions about going for it, but we'll take a look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. Dalton now with a 25-0 lead over Springfield. Cuyahoga Heights with a 14-13 lead now over JFK. Ursuline leads Aurora 9-7. Austintown Fitch, they trailed Walsh Jesuit 35-21. And now Sharp in a shotgun.
Watch the ball.
Parton to his right. And it's going to be should have been a false start by the receiver up there. Pass downfield, and it's going to be dropped at the 25-yard line, Coach. But we saw the receiver take off early here on our side. No flag on the play. However, turnover on downs. Poland gets the ball inside Manchester territory.
Yeah, and I get that. But, again, it's right in front of you. I can't understand why they're not calling this stuff. That's just crazy.
And a turnover on downs, a big one for the Bulldogs, as he was looking for Jake Livingston down the middle of the field. Went right through the hands of Livingston.
But this is the point I'm going to make. When you have a running team and you have to throw the ball because you're behind, that's what happens.
Now, when you take them out of their element,
exactly,
it becomes something different.
And we saw it last week and a week before that.
So 1st and 10 for Poland at the Manchester 42-yard line. They will go right back to that T formation. Vito Kamara under center. Heavy to the left side for the Bulldogs. Hand off to the left side. One cut. And moving up the field is Ricky Madeline, twisting and turning down to the 31-yard line. A pickup of 11. That's going to be enough for a Poland first down. 9:07 left here, fourth quarter.
Good run by Madeline. I'll tell you what. We have talked about it. He is one tough cookie, that kid.
And one thing that has been constant is I believe Manchester took a timeout here. They were I think they're just trying to kind of settle things down, yes, because they're going to have one timeout left. But we'll keep it right here on the Lena's fourth quarter here on the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week. And make sure you get out to Lena's because she can put anything in a pierogi.
Yeah, you got to watch. That could hurt them. They got one timeout left. And you can't just keep smoking timeouts. And I understand, and they're probably telling them, we need for you to rip the ball. But if you better start ripping balls out, then you better have a hold of that running back because you better lasso these guys because we know how hard they run.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard update on Western Reserve Radio 2 at Sports Radio 1240 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. The South Range Raiders now have a 42-14 lead over the Garaway Pirates. Potentially, Coach, and I don't want to get ahead here, there could be a rematch between the South Range Raiders and the Poland Bulldogs.
And Poland's going to have to really, really watch tape and see how they could lasso the quarterback and the running back Meninguez.
So I think every year for the last decade, there's been a Dominguez and a toy.
Yeah, Tristan is doing a magnificent job, and I thought one of them has another one coming up.
T formation, Kamara under center. He'll take it himself off the right side, following his blockers. He'll cut up past the 30 and get run out of bounds near the 28-yard line. Actually, the official will step over to the 27. It'll be a pickup of 4, 2nd and 6 now for Poland.
I don't know how the official on this side seems to always make the call. I don't understand that.
Well, and the idea, and not to bore the listeners with mechanics, but the far side official is supposed to mirror the near side official.
Yeah, and he's just marking the. I don't understand.
All right, so back to the T formation, 2nd and 6, ball at the Manchester 27-yard line. Hand off the left side again, a little bit of room to run as Poland now will fight through it past the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And trying to find a number on that. I believe that's going to be Ricky Madeline again. And Angelo Angelilli maybe trying to help him work out a cramp as he goes down with 8:52 left here, 4th quarter. So injury timeout. We'll keep it right here. 8:52 left here in this game. And Poland has monopolized the play clock here for the entire 3rd quarter and the majority of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's how you do it. Keep it out of their hands, and that's how you win football games, because right now that'll be 2 scores down, and it'll be 2 scores solid if they kick the extra point and make it if they score. I mean, that makes it tough. You got to score 2 touchdowns to win this game.
Yeah, and points are coming at a premium here. Taking a look at the bracket, coach. South Range started off with a win over Fairless, and they knock off Girard to get the Garaway. Looks like they're going to be on their way to an easy win over the Garaway Pirates. And for Poland, it started out with Canton Central Catholic to get a 39-18 win. It wasn't even that close, coach. They scored those last 18 points in the 4th quarter. And then they get the win over Martins Ferry, 34-14. And they draw the number 2 seeded Manchester Panthers, and that's what got us here now. Is Coach Pavlansky over there talking to the umpire for whatever, and Coach Pavlansky's way in the middle of the field.
Well, as an injury, he's allowed to.
Sure, but believe that's going to be Ricky Madeline, who's done a lot of running tonight. He'll walk that. Is that 8 or 6, Coach? I'm sorry, that's Chase Jones. I apologize.
Oh.
All right, so the 5, 6, 8 deal looks a little bit the same, but Chase Jones, who has been a workhorse here for Poland, and by far puts on the best fireworks show across from Pavlansky Field there on Dobbins Road.
Oh, I was not aware of that. So
the Garage Mahal.
Oh, his dad owns the Garage Mahal.
There you go.
Oh, my Lord, I like that. You know what I got to do is I got to stop and see him and say, you know what, for advertisement, you got to start dishing some money for us.
So 1st and 10 for Poland at the Manchester 18-yard line after the run by Chase Jones. Kamara under center. T formation again. Kamara will survey the defense.
He's letting that clock run.
He'll watch the play clock at 5, 4. And Angelilli with the run. He'll have 2 arms wrapped around it. He'll get down to the 15-yard line. Pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs at the Manchester 15. They're 8:20 left here, 4th quarter.
That's all you got to do is just keep pounding it. Just keep pounding it. Do what you got to do. Keep pounding the ball. Keep that clock running, because with 1 timeout, that's going to be tough for them.
So it's a final. South Range gets a 42-14 win.
That was a quick
over
game
Garaway.
Too.
As they'll go back to the T formation. Kamara under center. He'll give it to Madeline again, who's going to spin and turn inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. And 1st and goal now for Poland. 7:40 left here in the game. They're going to mark the ball at the 7-yard line.
Yurich come up a little, must have got leg whipped a little bit.
Yep, certainly that stings. We know that.
Yep, but I don't think you could pry him out of there.
1st and goal for Poland. T formation. Ball at the 7-yard line. Kamara under center. He'll hand it off again to Madeline. Madeline fighting his way forward inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. Pickup of 3. 2nd and goal now at the 4-yard line for Poland. Just under 7 minutes to play here in this game.
I'll tell you what, they're just knocking them off the ball now. It's just, but I noticed one thing about their defense. They have not blitzed, and I don't know why they're not blitzing, because that seemed to work for them. And they just have not sent anybody.
Poland now 2nd and goal at the 3.
Let that play clock run.
Kamara back under center. Handoff up the middle.
Touchdown.
And he's going to fight forward. It's going to be just short at the 1-yard line.
Oh, man.
That'll bring up 3rd and goal at the 1. As Vito Camaro head to the sideline, he'll speak with Coach Tom Pavlansky, who's got to be extremely happy with this ball control offense right now.
It's just unbelievable. The amount of time that they've had in the third and fourth quarter is just absolutely amazing. I'm going to get under center, and I'm going to tell all three of them horses, pick me up and push me over.
3rd and 1 now. Ball at the 1 yard line. Excuse me, 3rd and goal, ball at the 1 yard line. Kamara under center. He'll hand it off. Panos Ippolitas into the end zone for the 1 yard touchdown run. 5:43 left here in the game. Poland takes a 23-13 lead over Manchester. And Poland gets just a little bit of breathing room here with 5:43 left.
And that's 10. So what they want to do is they got to get this extra point, forces them to 2 scores, or they're going to have to go for 2 on one of the scores.
So Josh Maseko on to hold for Jay Stefanson for the extra point. Snap is back. Kick is up.
And it's good.
And it is good. 5:43 left here in the game. Poland takes a 24-13 lead. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it.
The Mahoning Valley Federals is the area's minor league football team. After only 2 years in existence and an appearance in the league playoff semifinal game, the Federals are looking to add Valley High School and college talent to help take the next step toward a league championship. For more information on how to become part of the Federals' journey, go to Facebook at the Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football Team or contact General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club fitting center, and an Odyssey fitting studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network.
Jay Stefanson to step into this one with 5:43 left here in the game. Poland with a 24-13 lead. Manchester will pick this up at the 1, bring it out to the 15, out to the 20, 25, and be upended at the 30-yard line. That's where Manchester will take over. 1st and 10 as they trail Poland by a score of 24-13. And Poland with, Coach, I'll tell you, as far as the clock control or the ball control goes, absolutely impressive performance. All of the third quarter, the majority of the fourth quarter, and they get into the end zone. As Manchester now will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. 5:36 left here.
Yeah, nothing quick. Nothing quick. Don't let anything get behind you. Keep it in front of you. Make them run the clock.
Sharp under center. One running back. Back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket. Has room to run past the 30. Out to the 35 and to the 36-yard line. Vito Camaro knock him back, but he'll have the forward progress to the 36. Pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Manchester. Clock will continue to run with 5:19 left in the game.
That's all right. That's good defense. Just, again, let them go down the field. You're all right. Still, good yardage on 1st down, but don't give them the big one. Make them earn it.
So Keel and Mauger to bring in the play from the sideline.
Under 5 minutes.
They'll send Ian Galloway to the sideline. Twin receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Sharp in the shotgun, one running back to each side. Quick snap, and it looked like there was going to be some motion, but I believe we have a timeout called.
No, there's a flag.
Okay, there is a flag. So illegal substitution
Well, what's happening is, and I don't understand why this isn't called, Jim. First of all, receiver never goes in the huddle. That's number one. And number two, a guy ran off and then he stepped into his position. That's automatic. I don't understand what they have to huddle.
And I think they have caught that, and that maybe have won what they called.
They have got to huddle up. Look.
Malachi Cintron, as long as he's inside the numbers, he's okay. But I understand what you're saying with the movement from the sideline.
Yes.
As now they're going to send one from the huddle to the outside here. So I formation, Sharp under center. Quick pass out to the near side. It'll be caught. Out to the 35 and out to the 36-yard line. Peyton Miller with the coverage. He'll bring him down. Excuse me, that'd be Jeff Kolar on the tackle for Poland. Clock will continue to run with 4:12 left here in this game. And it is now 3rd and 3 for Manchester.
They have to be careful of any kind of toss pass, any quick pass outside and then going deep. So they got to be disciplined in the back at all times.
So Sharp in the shotgun. Parton to his right. Low snap. He'll take it himself out to the left side. Find some room to run at the 43. Zipolitis will miss the tackle, and he'll make his way down to the 44-yard line. It'll be enough for a Manchester first down with 3:42 left here in the fourth quarter. Clock will stop. And they'll begin to wind the clock as the markers are set. Poland with a 24-13 lead. Manchester with not a lot of time to work. Trevor Kuzmits bringing in the play from the sideline. And Jace Mauger going to head to the sideline. I don't know if I would want him on the bench during this game, but nonetheless, twin receivers to the far side, twin receivers to the near side. Sharp back to pass. Plenty of time. Fires out in the flats, and it's going to be almost picked off by J.J. Fonda. He had the angle on it, and that would have wrapped up the game with 3:15 left in the game because I'll tell you, Coach, there was nobody in front of him.
I thought he had that one. I thought he was off to the races, and that's what he probably thought. He got to catch the ball first and then go, son. But I'll tell you what, outstanding defense. He timed that perfect.
We're going to step aside. Well, we'll wait till after this play. Step aside for a station ID. Twin receivers to each side now. Parton to the left of Sharp. Yaden Sharp. Sending a man from left to right. 3-step drop under pressure. Fires it out over the middle. It's going to be intercepted. Fonda gets it this time at the Poland 45-yard line with 3:08 left in the game. J.J. Fonda comes up big here in the fourth quarter.
When you are a running team and it forces you to try to throw the ball, this is what happens. And I've said it from the very first start of this season. You can't do that. You got to be balanced because you're going to run into these games where you have to throw the ball and you're just not that good at it.
We're going to step aside 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to WRQX AM 600 The Patriot.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600 The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
3:08 left here, fourth quarter. Poland with a 24-13 lead, and now with the ball after the J.J. Fonda interception at the Poland 45-yard line. Want to welcome everybody who was listening to the South Range Garaway game on Sports Radio 1240 and Western Reserve Radio 2 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. As Poland will take a timeout, 3:08 left here, fourth quarter. We will keep it right here as we start to wind down some of these games. Of course, South Range gets the big win over Garaway, 42-14. And take a look at some other scores from around the area as they keep rolling in now. I want to thank everybody who's sending send us the scores in real time. As at last count, Ursuline with a 21-10 lead over Aurora. Cuyahoga Heights now 21. Warren JFK 13. Central Clarion 35-6 over Farrell. Springfield being shut out in the fourth quarter, 25-0 by Dalton. And again, we have a soft spot for the Springfield Tigers and Coach Guerrero over there. Hickory with a 23-17 lead over Sharon. That in the third quarter, that a close game. Walsh Jesuit in the fourth quarter has a 35-21 lead over Austin Town Fitch. Right now, the Poland Bulldogs with the ball 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. 3:08 left here, fourth quarter. The Bulldogs lead by a score of 24-13, and if all holds true, it will be a local matchup next week as the South Range Raiders and the Poland Bulldogs will do it for the second time this season.
I'd like to see that at Fitch. I think that would be a neutral site.
T formation now. Pano Zipolidis under center. He'll roll out to the far side, hold on to the ball, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield, down at the back at the 35-yard line. Actually, they say his momentum stopped at the 38. So that's going to be a loss of 7 for Poland. 2:55 left here. Clock will continue to run. You'll keep David Zipolidis in at quarterback. We'll go over and talk to Coach Pavlansky on the Poland sideline. Try to bring this one. I take that back. Vito Kamara now coming in as he'll try to dig Poland out of this 2nd and 22 at the 33-yard line. Oh, excuse me. That'd be the 38-yard line. I was reading the board, not the field.
Okay.
He wasn't right either. So Kamara under center, T formation. He'll watch the play clock. 6 seconds left on it. He'll give it to Angelo Angelilli. He'll cut up field past the 40 to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd and 13 now for Poland as we approach the 2-minute mark of the 4th quarter here. Bulldogs lead by a score of 24-13.
Yeah, you're right at the 2-minute mark, and you got 28 seconds on the play clock, so they're going to run this down.
Again, want to thank everybody joining us over here from Sports Radio 1240 and Western Reserve Radio 2. Mark Means, Dave Clark bringing you all the action of the South Range Raiders. They continue to roll in that program under head coach Dave Rock. They have been nothing less than impressive as Kamara now under center, back to the T formation. Everybody in tight. He'll hand it off, trying to look for some room off the left side, looking for a block by Pano Zipolidis. Will be Ricky Madeline, brought down in the backfield, down at the 30, I'll call it the 36-yard line. Loss of 5 on the play. And Jay Stefanson might actually end up making the biggest play here of the night. So Manchester going to take a timeout. 1:30 left here in the game. We'll keep it right here as
that's 0 timeouts for him, Jim.
So Poland with the 11-point lead with 90 seconds left in this game. Poland and South Range, if all holds true, and we believe it will meet next week. Location to be announced. And we'll have to talk about those other guys that cover that South Range team.
What other guys? There is no other guys. It's funny because Mr. Means came in and was talking to me about it. And he
Did you call him Mr. Means?
It's Mr. Means.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, I got the age on him, but he got the looks. Anyway, so I told him, I said, you guys lose. He goes, no, that's our team. And I go, no, Jim owns the station.
So 90 seconds left on the clock. They'll go into victory formation. Actually, punt formation, excuse me. Stefanson to punt this one away. He'll get it off a high punt, end over end. It'll be fielded to 32. Brought out to the 35. And a tackle missed by J.J. Fondy. He'll run backwards, back to the 30, and out, and he'll be tripped up at the 35-yard line. Joey Verone with the tackle. 1:17 left here. Manchester trailing 24-13.
Just can't let them score quick here. You got to force. So you got to play back on this. Go to safety high and just play center field unless you get trips to one side and walk a linebacker out there because running it's irrelevant. So that's what you got. Empty backfield. Play them deep.
Sharp in an empty backfield. 3 receivers to the far side. 3-step drop. Looks out to his right. Fires. Going to be caught by Parton. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Clock will stop with 1:12 left here, 4th quarter. Manchester trying to put something together.
Yeah, it's just, you know what? Stranger things have happened, but I think Poland's smart enough to, what are we doing here? An eligible man downfield.
So didn't see the flag. I apologize. I don't know if there was a flag.
I don't think there was a flag.
But that call would have come from the umpire, and that will.
Number 20, he was covered up. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Okay, so a rare call there. Both receivers were on the line of scrimmage, meaning the inside receiver was ineligible.
Yep.
So a mental mistake there by the Manchester Panthers will put them back 5 yards. 1st and 15 now at their own 33-yard line. Empty backfield now is Sharp. Will be in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to the right. Moving left to right on your devices. 3-step drop. Looks out over the middle. That's going to be thrown and dropped at the 48-yard line. He was looking for Trevor Kuzmitz, the 5'9", 135-pound senior, but going to go through his hands. And the clock will stop with 1:08 left here in this fourth quarter.
And I want to tell you something. That's great sportsmanship because Pano walked over, gave him a high five, and you could see him tapping him back. So that's good respect, and that's what you need to see here.
Yeah, Pano Zipolidis, class act there, and he's in the same class as my son, so we've been known him for a long time. There's sharp passes over the middle, and it was intended for Jake Livingston. He had it right in his hands, but you saw his head turn quickly out to the right before he secured it. And there's that saying, tried to run before he caught it. And that's exactly what happened.
It was either that. He heard footsteps. It could have been that. Because I don't know who was bearing down on him, but he was going to get popped if he caught it.
When you have Zipolidis and crew out there and Angelilli and Madeline, you tend to do that. 3-step drop again for Sharp, looking down the far sideline. And Stefanson going to be the nearest receiver. He'll catch it at the 36-yard line. Intercepted by Poland with 57 seconds left. The flag on the play, and we're going to assume this is going to stand because everybody's heading to the sideline. And it is going to be a hold, which will be declined by Poland. Poland will take over with 57 seconds left. No timeouts left for the Panthers, and Poland can go to the best formation in football, Coach.
That's exactly right. Victory, baby, and that's exactly what it is. And what?
Second one of the half.
So Poland going to take a timeout here.
I don't know why he does that.
Can't take him with you, Coach.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but
they are not exchangeable. 57 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. Poland 24. Manchester 13. Poland looking to move on. Take on the South Range Raiders next week in this Division 5 Region 17 matchup. Want to remind you tomorrow coming up at 9 a.m. it'll be the Saturday morning sports page with Pat Lucia and Dave Clark. And that will be followed up at 12:10 by the Grove City Wolverines. Coach DiDonato show will be on at between 12:10 and 12:15, or as we say, 12:10-ish. And they will take on the Westminster Titans tomorrow. Of course, you can hear all the action with our own Mark Means and Chris Birch bringing you all the action on the Wolverine Sports Network.
So you're claiming, Mark? Our own?
Our own. Victory formation for Poland. 57 seconds left here. 17 left on the play clock. As I don't think there's much trepidation here. It's just going to be a matter of winding this one down. It is all academic, coaches. Kamara will take a knee.
Yeah, he's going to have to do one more.
Clock continuing to run here. No timeouts for Manchester.
If I was the officials, I'd just say spin it.
After the slow start in the first quarter, Coach, Poland puts it together and has one of the most impressive third quarters we have seen without a score being made. As Kamara takes his knee, the Bulldogs head to the sideline, and they will move on in the Division 5 Region 17 playoffs. They get the victory over the Manchester Panthers by a score of 24-13. And Coach, wow, 11-point difference, but the game felt like it was a lot closer than that the whole time.
I'll tell you what, though, that was a great football game. It really was. It just there was some frustrating things, but that's how it goes, and that's just what it is. So I'm curious. I'm thinking either Fitch or Harding Stadium, but I got to believe it's something where it's going to be close.
Certainly. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the postgame show here on the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back right after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One Network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Discount Power Sports at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard is hosting a raffle for a 125cc Ventura ATV. Tickets are $30 each and 100 tickets are available. For each raffle, when those 100 are gone, a winner will be drawn and a new raffle will begin. Tickets can be purchased at any Hubbard home game or at 778 North Main Street or by calling 330-717-4441. $1,500 from each raffle will go toward a scholarship for the Hubbard Youth Coalition. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
We now return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School football game of the week on the iMedia One Network.
Post-game show here on the campus of Louisville High School. Poland gets a 24-13 win over the Akron Manchester Panthers. Poland moves on next week. They will take on the South Range Raiders in a rematch of a regular season game in which the South Range Raiders obviously won that one. They finished the season undefeated and are undefeated up till now. An exciting matchup coming up and an opportunity for the Poland Bulldogs.
Yep, absolutely. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a big test. You got to play number one, and they played them once, and I think they're going to be ready. I think they're that much better than they played them in the opening.
Certainly. Take a look at the scoring recap here. Is scoring, we get started with 57 seconds left in the first quarter as Jace Mogg would head into the end zone on a 67-yard touchdown run to put Manchester ahead by a score of 6-0. They would not convert on the extra point. In the second quarter, at 8:41 left, it would be Vito Camaro on a 26-yard run that would get into the end zone. That would get Poland on the board. They would take the 7-6 lead. And also at 5:57 of the second quarter, Angelilli in the end zone on a 4-yard touchdown run. It would make it 14-6 in favor of the Poland Bulldogs. With 1:17 left in the second quarter, it would be Parton into the end zone for Manchester on a 1-yard touchdown run. It would narrow it down to a 14-13 lead going into the locker room. However, with 4 seconds left, before we could get to the locker room, actually, Coach, with 4 seconds left, Jay Stefanson with a 43-yard field goal would give Poland the 17-13 lead going into the locker room. I will get that right. Third quarter, Coach, the Poland Bulldogs, not figuratively, literally, had the ball for 12 minutes in that third frame.
Yeah.
Could not cash in on a touchdown, but ate up a lot of clock.
Doesn't matter. Keep it out of their hands. If they don't have the ball, they can't score. It's the greatest defense you can, and you ate up the whole third quarter.
And finally, Poland would get into the end zone with 5:43 left in the fourth quarter. Pano Zipolidis on a 1-yard touchdown dive gives Poland the 24-13 win over the Akron Manchester Panthers. And, Coach, this game was everything we thought it would be. We thought it player for player and offensively, compared formation to formation.
Yeah.
I mean, it was everything. It was almost Xeroxed.
Yeah, everything that we said that when we looked at it on paper said this is what they match up almost identical, and that's exactly what happened. But, again, Poland just a little bit too strong for them, and when you force a team out of their element, that's what happens. So it is what it is.
Take a look at some of the numbers here as John Alsop makes his way out. I want to thank him for all the numbers all year long. He sends these to us right in real time. First downs, Coach, and I'm going to hope this is a great stat if it's true. Poland with 29 first downs. Akron Manchester with 7.
Wow.
It seemed much closer than that, but it's a very dominating performance. You take that third quarter where they started at the 2-yard line. That's a lot of first downs.
Yeah,
there.
and that's exactly what happened.
Poland, they ran the ball 52 times for 195 yards. Manchester, 24 carries for 142 yards. Poland would average just about 3.8 yards per carry. Manchester, 5.9. Poland, 6 of 11 through the air with 1 interception. Manchester, 3 of 16 with 2 interceptions. And you talked about taking them out of their element in that running game at 3 for 16. That really did not help them.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. You take a team that's known for the running game, you shut them down. Now you're forcing a team who's ran all year and had huge numbers. You make them throw the ball, and they're just not efficient at it.
Poland, 63 plays offensively, coach, for 245 yards. Akron Manchester, 40 plays for 152 yards. 63 plays, again, coach, we go back to that clock thing. And it's an anomaly sometimes to see that whole third quarter eaten up like that.
Yeah.
But 63 plays, that is a recipe for a playoff win.
Oh, absolutely. And it's just, I'm excited. I can't wait. So it'll be interesting.
Take a look at average yards per play. 3.9 for Poland, 3.8 for Akron Manchester. However, Poland wins the turnover battle. They are +2, as Akron Manchester would have 3 turnovers. Poland would have 1. The Bulldogs 5 for 12 on third down conversions. Akron Manchester 2 of 9. And really, the nail in the coffin, so to speak, was Poland. On that fourth down, they were 1 for 4 on fourth down conversions, but the one they did get kept that drive alive at the end of the third quarter and would ultimately set them up for the win. Manchester 0 for 2 on fourth downs. And it was those little things that coaches talk about that really made the difference in this game.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it looked like Poland wanted it worse. I mean, that's sometimes that happens. But outstanding job by Poland, the coaching staff, and everybody. I mean, they got it together. They bent, but they didn't break. So, and again, penalties, they were able to calm them down in the second half. So that was a good thing too.
Post-game show continues here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600. We're going to step aside for our last break. When we come back, we will wrap it up from Louisville. Poland Bulldogs get the 24-13 win over the Manchester Panthers. You are listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on City View Sportscast and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot, as well as Sports Radio 1240 WBBW Youngstown. We're back right after this.
Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it.
The Mahoning Valley Federals is the area's minor league football team. After only 2 years in existence and an appearance in the league playoff semifinal game, the Federals are looking to add Valley High School and college talent to help take the next step toward a league championship. For more information on how to become part of the Federals' journey, go to Facebook at the Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football Team or contact General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on the iMedia One Network. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region and beyond in pursuit of a premier amateur football league championship. And if you're looking to continue your playing or coaching career after high school, college, or even the pros, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or call owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. return you to the Cleveland Cobras High School football game of the week on the iMedia One Network.
Back here one last time in Louisville as we wrap up week 3 of the playoffs. Poland with the 24-13 win over the Manchester Panthers. Take a look at some scores from around the valley on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. And right now it looks like Ursuline will move on. As at last report, it is a final now. Ursuline with a 29-10 win over Aurora. Cuyahoga Heights, they knock off Warren JFK 21-19. Over in PA, Central Clarion gets the 41-6 win over Farrell. The Steelers season comes to an end. Dalton shuts out Springfield 25-0. Also in Pennsylvania, Sharon with a 31-23 lead over Hickory. And Walsh Jesuit, it is a final. They get the 42-28 win over Austin Town Fitch. Youngstown State ladies basketball, 69-52. The Penguins get the win over Clarion. And the coach you mentioned earlier, the Cleveland Cavaliers in the fourth quarter have a 114-112 lead over Chicago. They're looking to remain undefeated. And in the third period, the Columbus Blue Jackets have a 6-2 lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Down at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, the Youngstown Phantoms have a 4-0 lead over the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. I want to thank all of our sponsors this year and through the playoffs here, including Jesse Caldwell and the Cleveland Cobras, Malutic Live, Prepare That Glass, the Mahoning Valley Federals, Discount Power Sports, Lena's Pierogi House, and Brian Tolnar and Mill Creek Metro Parks Golf Course. And, of course, we want to thank Brian Banfield and the Poland administration for letting us tag along here in 2024 as we were having a good time here. And, of course, we have to thank Terry Horney, athletic director here at Louisville, and her crew up here. First class everything. Beautiful facility. Yeah. Fantastic amenities here, we'll say.
Yes.
As, we're not going home hungry and maybe with a little sugar rush. I'm not going to say for sure. But it has been outstanding here, and we can't thank them enough. I want to encourage you to take a look at our social media all week long on the iMedia One Network on Facebook and WR_radio on Twitter, or X as it is now known, as we will bring you up to date on the schedule for next week as South Range and Poland will get together and do it again in the playoffs. South Range getting the win over Poland in the regular season, and it should be a fantastic matchup. Again, Coach, you talk about these teams are not the same teams that we saw earlier in the regular season. There has been a lot of improvement, so we look forward to a great matchup.
Yeah, excuse me. I expect Poland to do a lot better against them and really give them a fight. They've gotten so much better since they've played them.
Now, I want to remind you, coming up tomorrow at 9 a.m. on Western Reserve Radio, it'll be the Saturday morning sports page with Pat Lucia and Dave Clark, followed up at 12:10 by the pregame show. It'll be Coach DiDonato and the Professor Ryan Briggs at 12:10 as we get ready for the 1 o'clock kickoff between the Grove City Wolverines and the Westminster Titans. That will be, of course, brought to you by Mark Means and Chris Birch. So familiar voice there over on the Grove City Wolverine Network. And all that and more here, Coach. A lot of excitement coming up here in the Valley in the next week.
Yeah, can't wait for the next round of the playoffs, and hopefully, as they say, get her done.
So for the coach, Bob Gessler, for Matt Craven back in the Gessler Propane Studio, Dave Ferris down at the Cavelli Center keeping an eye on us, Mark Means, Dave Clark, and the rest of the crew, thanks for sending us scores as well. You have been listening to the Cleveland Cobras High School Football Game of the Week here on CityView Sportscast, WRQX AM 600 The Patriot, and Sports Radio 1240 WBBW. Your score one last time. Poland moves on in the playoffs. They get the 24-13 win over the Akron Manchester Panthers, and we hope you have an outstanding weekend.
Good night, all.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
Shutout for Melvin Stroll. He stopped 17 out of 17. No scoring in the first period. Brecken Smith got Youngstown all the offense they would need at the 1:22 mark of the second period. Tried the wraparound off a face-off win. Wraparound got stopped, but Smith able to corral and put home the rebound. First goal of the year for Brecken. Again, at 1:22, the second, Youngstown led 1-0. At 4:18, Connor DeHaro, a power play goal. His third goal of the season, Mikey Burchell and Michael Messick with the assists. Youngstown led 2-0 at the end of the second. 99th point in the USHL for Burchell. At 4:42 of the third, Adam Banach, unassisted off the faceoff win. Banach won it forward, went to the cage, tried to pass it to the back door for a wide open Justin Kerr, but the pass hit the skates of Garen Slezak and ricocheted into the cage. At 14:42, Cade Stegram, his fourth of the year. Jakub Hesch and Mikey Coleman with the helper. Steal behind the net by Hesch. Worked it off of Coleman and to Stengram up high, and the one-timer went to the top corner. What a shot by Stengram, and that capped off the scoring tonight. AJ Rielts took the loss. He stopped 21 out of 25. And again, Melvin Strahl, the win, his first shutout in the USHL. 7th win of the season. He stopped 17 out of 17. Youngstown power play was 1 for 5. Cedar Rapids power play was 0 for 1. 3 stars for the game. Third star went to Connor DeHaro with a goal. Second star went to Brecken Smith with the game-winning goal. And the first star with 17 saves went to Melvin Strahl. Phantoms and Rough Riders, again, tomorrow night here at the Cavelli Center. Puck drop scheduled for 6:05 p.m. Great seats still available. Military Appreciation Night. Fans will be wearing their specialty jerseys, which will be auctioned off after the game. Proceeds to benefit a local military charity. Call the Fans box office for tickets or more information. 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825. For Dave Ferris and Brendan Miller, I'm Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Thank you for tuning in tonight, everybody. One more time, your final score. Youngstown 4 and Cedar Rapids 0. We'll catch you here at the Cavelli